terminating the contract. Now we to me and trust on there. Bear 29 African countries and a Zoom line all pretty. Na share ya how and ya kodanda na just say you how be brave or my Ghana mo. Inti and she say no say abeto aban punusu say no. Anamon ben na bani betu afa ho. Eno ena nipan be brave na nsusu ebisa because you see ano ya kaka aban ena tuso ne sole responsibility say obehwe na entutuye a eso tutu no eno enso beba na wetumi di nyama tuye na atorenchem no eso beti na nkoye atorenchem a di how bebre beba adan sisie bi wo bibia na water prone areas. People have the opportunity to put up buildings ewo ebi wo no ye encroacher anaso so ye no obi a wono wako squatter wako squatte na wanya bibi asase bi na oteso ne bi wokotue bibi kakra ma obi assemblies ni ade omo asede bebre na no wo bebi so mom so ye ni akade yesa but the teso ne say assemblies no wo ho for sanya man kitinkiti a amanfo etu hu anambon da wonfa ensase na so se bebi wo ho a na nyeso mu si dan ho bo nso bi akwaji kakra hye botom na wo manipa no kwan no akwakosi sa dan no e wo sam biaye no na asa sam pempenso no enso de ohawba bola nso amanfo tututugu eye yi no nso se bean a wo de be manipa no eno nso wo he se wo de bean manipa no na nya de oye no wa hyeda se bi ompeso betue bibinti ena odi bola no kwakogu nsuo mu dia ena wo chi sa nipa na kese odi no court for a year public offensive act na nipa no misconduct no ho by abusing that system na o through being and say rubbish into the water na kwako be blockade na sign abaye how ama yankasa yehu no eno nso so wo ho asotwe wo ho wori ne kwa ebetumi ama na asotwe na mpan bebre nipa ne bebre na tunso etu bola gunsuo ma obi wo ho na yenu tuapa enso emfi na gesa ayese obia eye de ope eno nso titu di msemba na no nso no na nipa ne bebre na aka se adan titu no the way a system niti na nipa ne bebre na no obia for so besi ni dan enti se nipa ne si ni dan a ebia na bebia wakwakosi dan no kra no na nyo ho ene so si dan but wenya wakoto na sase ono de wakoto na sase ene wesi ni dan into onim na won a eye won asede so behwe na bebi bebre wo ho a wontumi si dan no sankofo no ewo he ena nsase no nso no ahemfo ni bebre enso so ewo da lodia owners enti won ewo tumi so wontumi eton sase na won ton sase a nhihye ne tesen bi wo ho a na waton asase na mobi na akoye bi wo da akoye base unilateral contract oton mobi no wasaye na adwi so osan akoton mobi foforo na eno no e de how bebre na akopie court na asase no skrekre bi wo ho a na nya asase a papa a nso to a de how beba inti nsem bebre na ekokoso enti nsem no yenja ka na yenye se the ebia wonye affected victim enti emfa ho once a we Ghana ni wo japade wo fie ni ade no obi wo ho a ebi kra na wo amano ne ha na nsuo akwakofa ni fie ebia we gya ho aba na se obi hwe so ma no eyo how bebre e de oka eneba enyo how bebre na eba nti ehun sem no enya de ebetwa nde until say yebehwa anamo ebetu na aban no so we take the center stage na wetumi a lead the way forward any kwan ya obeye hihyeya ombetumi enso si saadi because nsuo no ewo wiem enche ebi be drop a na just say how eneba nipa be 48,000 and normal render homeless. Na won unipa bia na won tititi ebi wo ha no tiki osibim bi wo no ti mantwa kakra bim nsuo no ai evacuate won saa nipa no obi a onni bibi obeda nti na je say relief items ebem nti hyehyɛ ni bebra koso manfo obi obetumi adoye na no former vice president Dr. Baumia ene na pamfo nso so koma bibi kakra boaboa nkofo ni bia aban nso so atiesim nso so ye de so betumi aye e de aboa nti ohaw ne de eda ho kunkwa ho yenwie because asem kese e na aba enche na ye de nsem ni bi na poso be bretifo anope yentue yenia ba charity ejei anti charity bi checha anope nso ho ye papa Inti Niaba Charity na yamboni tofa ni yanko ni manope.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Odds Digital Online.
Charity Pentecost near say Nyame Yemira. And moving on quickly to bring you other subsequent matters and Chena to a good on the other Napos in Nabrati for pay. I pay Minka will say Unity Link Financial Services Limited, a proud sponsor about the mobile money to obey your networks in Ghana, cash pick up to 18 banks and all banks, bank deposit to all banks, and airtime top up. And you're rating it down, so be part of the family, send money through the platforms, and families will receive it peacefully. Like I said, all the major networks and also is working effectively by kind courtesy of Unity Link Financial Services Limited. I pay PA training and CAMIC associate, Pinnacle Amofaba Education, the leading digital transformation with the artificial intelligence. Na title so be a banker and also a digital marketing executive, students, SME owners, and we are small, medium enterprise, public service professionals, the media, any oil and gas staff, and also say businessman be a Jumedia basuno, and so a comma one, and the title no one a year contact with one a pinnacle of education, a wamanonia, Nagas open back program ni be, and she share no offer pinnacle of education on +44 794 715 2878 +44 794 715 2878. Now, Ebebasu on the 10th to 14th of August, the Hilton Hotel, London, Croydon, 101 Within Way, CR9, the Clement Romeo 9, 4 Hotel, London, Croydon, and the United Kingdom. Mount Winfrey for a pinnacle of education for September, you pass away enrollment. Na utimi bo degree with me after pinnacle amufaba education and pay and so ebuichi dom too. Menka also said AJ and Co Limited, the chartered accountant, business advisors, specialists in preparation, annual account, bookkeeping, self-assessment, especially for Uber drivers. Do you Uber driver? Na unyamren follow taxes are AJN and Co Limited, and so asene. And then check na ebeko na yatwa gbede no so no pay. OK 11.7 FM, NEAT 100.9, and Peace 104.3, our affiliate sister stations and pay and so journey. Your correspondent Nana Yapreko, journalist, and the editor for hotdigitalonline.com website. Yami Aduma, Yenini Bedin Command Peniashe, Napos Napos, and Shonu, and Semnet to Sain, and Semni Bebre. Na Dr. Yawudichum Edin Sembia to Jaffa the education who especially at the university level courses be a while or feel say a home buantino yen sakraye be in frimu na emwa and round so yet say the former NAFCO CEO arrested at the airport for attempting to frozen account before UK trip. Now the Deputy Attorney General Minister for Justice Dr. Semsai has announced the arrest of the former Chief Executive Officer of the National Food and Buffer Stock Company, Hanan Abdul Wahab Alubida, at the Accra International Airport. According to the social media post by Dr. Semsai, July 5th, 2026, the arrest marks a fresh development in the criminal case in which Alubida Hanan is standing trial of alleged financial offenses. The Deputy Attorney General stated that the law enforcement officers arrested Alubida on Saturday night while he was preparing to travel to the United Kingdom. Although the former NAFCO boss had been granted permission by the High Court to travel briefly to the UK. Subsequent development prompted the intervention of the investigation. Now, according to Dr. Semsai, Alubida, who allegedly attempted to use false means to access and withdraw funds from the frozen account held at the Republic Bank, law enforcement officers have a while ago arrested Hanan Abdul Wahab Alubida at the Accra International Airport. From the look of things, the court granted him permission to travel abroad to seek for some medical conditions, and he was arrested because there's a record that he was granted that permission to travel, not due to flight risk, or he has not been given any conditional bail. This is something that he could be flexible in traveling. And for his arrest, it smacks a lot of things. Godfred Dami, the former Attorney General, has also made a claim, say this is against his human rights because the court has granted him a permission to travel outside the country anytime soon. Now, while he was arrested, there's a lot of inflammation and other issues that have been accompanied by why he was arrested. Godfred Dami today, I believe he will be proceeding to court to seek the court audience whether the arrest is not right. Say Ebechi Hanan ewo the airport and Hunsem and Swahab. Now, Coach Carlos Carres resigns as the Black Star coach of the Ghana's World Cup exit. Indeed, the coach has stepped down as head coach of the Ghana senior national team, the Black Stars, following the country's exit from the 2026 World Cup. Ghana's cup journey came to an end after a narrow defeat to Colombia in the round 32 bringing an end to the Black Stars' hopes for progressing further in the tournament. Now, the farewell message that shared on social media on July 5th, the Portuguese tactician reflected his time with the national team, saying the football teaches an important lesson and you either win or lose. Indeed, I leave this journey with the pride and what we have achieved, also with the healthy dissatisfaction of those who always wanted more. Reaching a higher level should never be the destination. It should be the beginning, and even greater ambitions. Carres also makes that his former coach also said that the future success of the Black Stars depends not only on performance, but on the pitch, but also on building strong structures off the field. The future of the Black Stars will not be built only on the pitch. Indeed, the coach has departed company with the Black Star team after the exit of the World Cup group stages, after the round 32 to the quarterfinals, or the 1/16th. Indeed, coach Edin Ejuma to ho why do bit my auntie amfa inti Odinejuma to yanko na yenti na pos ba near trade made in the son of pay.
In this specific case, Jacobane said, and Brown, let me make this point. You see, imagine we had woken up.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
Ebia Hanan, and let me use somebody else. I'm not case no possible. Judge a man who crying. Judge a man who crying. We're too crying. One maybe. What would have happened in this country?
Hey, Mwashada! And I'm pressing what now? Say, setting them a Tamakrudian be a part 1 and 2.
So you see, sometimes.
Cancel it. It's a baba say, a be an iPhone so, and who is sad dear way. It is a be a woman so, it take steps to a vet. Say be over now.
One who says, not even the devil knows what is in the mind of an.
No.
In fact, to be honest, my father said to me too, said, and now I say we buy it. Hanan echo court, so said you also be for some personal medical reasons. In the court, no cry fair prosecutor, because prosecutors no oppose as the man who crime. And as a judge, no more or more who crime and into crime. Into only a judge makes okay. There must be a basis on which I must say, man of crime. Only pay also a call for particular medical attention. That attention, the only reason I'm in more attention for Bayer Adrenaline say, Obet Nyanya, the same care in Ghana.
Okay.
The Kobana said, Obet Nyanya, the same care in Ghana, yeah. And there wouldn't be the need for him to travel. Say, that particular way, be also if that can be gotten here in Ghana. That appears the answer was not satisfactory to the judge. The best or man who crime. I feel that by law, if the Attorney General was not happy with the decision of the trial judge, it would have appealed. Majority say, if the appeal be unconstitutional, it may suggest that Omoni judge you may disagree with the judge, but you accept the verdict. If you are not money, I agree. Because yes, then to the extent that judge no man who can say only way you may be entitled to, unless of course new and fresh evidence had come. Now this is where it gets very interesting. At what time in a new evidence in a Bible thing? Did the new evidence come at the time when the judge was so sick, so that you could have quickly approached the judge and say, oh my Lord, all that you have on my head, said you, you who this A, B, C, D information. What if you make me say, how? So you remember on an area echo to criminal trial. Sabi, and you do make me Johnny Ajani here. And
you do be a print you.
oh, I'm saying that it's a valid point of view to make you say.
I want to be Yanni one quarter.
In a go through the trial. Or no, me a good man won't mean Johnny and Yana here. That's also a point that can be strongly made. The other point that can also be made is that Attorney General, the point now on that, because according to Attorney General, the next thing is from the bank. And to the extent so that kind of withdrawal, their fear was that of my people. That is why they took that extraordinary step.
Council,
I want to, yes,
dear Marty said a lawyers for the defendant, no, they about to get me say. One was one more. Godfrey, was say, woman provide the evidence that said there was an attempt. So, basically, clear sky one account.
So I think, today, this morning, I think the Attorney General's people must be telling the judge something. It's important for the rule of law.
One must say a complete violation of a court order. A man hanan kwanse onko. Now we could do airport. Amusuma kwa chino. Now we move to actual court. Na so normal court na site or Attorney General for contempt. We will say
the constitutional democracy area. Nobody is above the law, not even the Attorney General. And so, if they believe that they have a valid order of a court, when Attorney General violates here, it's within their right perfectly to bring contempt proceedings. Mindful said the Attorney General also would have the opportunity to defend him or herself as far as the matter is concerned. One would say, the thing with prosecution and everything, you wouldn't have the opportunity to tell the people of Ghana that we made a mistake. A mistake in such a way that we allow the person, if he doesn't come back again, what will happen? What will the people of this country say? If it turns out that the man that is being prosecuted continues to cry and able to has happened. And Brown, let me tell you, look, Mekai Emrana represent Mr. Asofo. Because you now, Mekai said there was a day we had to, and because he was also the ranking on the finance committee, almost call IMF spring meetings now. As the ranking on the finance committee, sometimes he had to go. And so usually I would have to go to the High Court and make a prayer for his passport to be released. Sometimes by the time we go through the process, now passport may be released. No. Now, Sebi said, no more years spring meetings. Okay, I'm not representing Colindada and so. The same thing. Just said, but you see, what help?
Hello, Council.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
You're the lawyer Godwin Digital Macro, Edima, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Head Legal, Emma NDC, MPA Boss, and
All right, 48 minutes past 8 o'clock and pay hold the guitar online UK. I could bless and kind of pay. Moving on quickly, we have other issues on board. Now, and try some give it to me akoso na de na poso na and so abrete for ne adofua the metropolitan. And pay more to come. Na yenhwe senior and semnisi koy na one major news and so you been ready to na ya to agweden so no pay hot digital online UK NOT to na yen to agweden so and some num and so titu jina na former education minister Yaw Educhum Mr. Yaw Educhum na se osai Yaw Educhum and so the same year to draw about some universities and courses are na o making it categorically clear say courses bi wo a useless emwa enti yenyen sakrai bebre wo universities ni mu because courses ni bi wo a emwa ema uwie school bo a na I say what baha unim nia obeye enti papa Educhum edin sem bi tudwa na sansem no ena nipa ni bi efo say or can't say courses ni be useless no ebinum eno no enya adwen na Manasseh Azuri take a swipe at the issue of Mr. Educhum and somebody to na what challenge say the results of poor leadership rather than so-called useless university programs. Manasseh has reacted to the recent remarks by the former education minister, who questioned the relevance of certain university programs. Awuni argued that the country's unemployment crisis should not be blamed on academic disciplines. In the Facebook post, and so he shared it on Sunday, said the focus should instead be on leadership and governance. The problem is not much about useless courses. It has more to do with the not so useful leaders. If useful leaders might be considered too harsh, he stated that Awuni argued that Ghana education system remains underfunded and poorly managed, leaving many graduates without opportunities needed to realize their full potential. Our education system, which Dr. Educhum presided over, is poorly funded and poorly managed. The result, poorly trained minds, barely literate enough to look for jobs. The outliers and also the sharp ones don't get opportunities to put their talent and knowledge to good use in Ghana. And Manasseh Azuli has challenged the issues. The former education minister, Educhum, Edituja, into Manasseh Azuli, and so Ensema or the Atujano. Now the issue, one more, and so the flooding, and then the meteo, and so the meteorologist for no Eden Semni by say, Nsuno beto bi na enye the whole Ghana titu. Enti in the interior minister Eddie warning by na ministry no issued a public weather alert warning residents of the Greater Accra region of the likelihood of moderate rainfall in the early hours on Monday, today the 6th. According to a text message sent to citizens, moderate rain is expected between 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. with a 40% chance of occurrence. The ministry cautioned the low-lying areas who experience flooding and advised residents to avoid driving or walking through the flooded areas. Into the warning by the citizenry and Tinipano Bebrinano, Kwanya Mufaso, and so a Yomunyamani Nano, and showing a toya a dear or how Bebribayano, and on 7 and pay the ministry, and so a use that statement. And pay young clearly a proud sponsors a bar near 12 immediately, so 53 minutes past 8 o'clock.
Ewiase we de ebinum wo ho a efutu ntimi homo enso hwe entimi homo asodin no 247 wa ho say yanum de enya adwuma biem ba me check akwa we kura sa afa no.
Hello Ochami.
Ojam ohun so wa na sa odam
Hey, what boy me o e say me wo so some de unity link na me use intimate asem no why me wanwa
na dua no wa nya mo
me boy you enso enye obia
Mr. Sabanis Kamania, opening wa ache Unity Link. Your office will UK, USA, Europe, Ghana, any baby. UK Financial Conduct Authority, and our license here. Any banks, any telcos are doing in a year. And Kobanda say, Ubesorianopa, na Unity Link and do hamo. Debbie, so what is the car air called Ghana? That's the one for Unity Link anya. What the high risk of winning? Uzikano, a bet me akmeme. Unity Link aya Ghana in India. 30 years ni no punch. The enimneriano. Yanso kania hwedeni manado. Media me say, Ebanis Kamania. Unity Link neko. Unity Link. Simple, secure and fast.
Kwabna, mi hu wacho. Na ukosha hini.
Samu de mumpa akwentu eja UK. Ena mkodi na watwi mienu bio.
Entia ena wire fresh no.
Me company no, omone Pinnacle Amofaba Education Services Limited. Ewo contract. Enti ye wo mu a omo ba be fa ye call me ekohia ade. Eni je sem ne se course bia opese okoye wo UK ana brotre be bia no. Omo de oba kontu 2 weeks. Omko kire niema bebre. Wanga Pinnacle bua won bebre no. Ebini bankers, digital marketing executives, students, public service professionals, media, oil and gas staff, businessmen, eni kai pie ka ho. Course bia opese okwa brotre koye no. Eya frɛ Pinnacle.
Abrochire minya bia nka meko nanso ene connection man fo ye ya na agi usika di ti eno kra ma misuro
eno nti ena wasa one credible company bi te say Pinnacle Amofaba Education Services eye adwuma sa uti UK na wa setena resident permit na opese wotoa wo masua wonsem so wakobi de unko bi de omo beboa from foundation level certificate diploma masters ene ne keka woni nyina omo beboa ye nuanom ye nurses ene doctors ne so ode wonko de bia opese wokotoa audition so anase ho so hwe no okotro wo UK a Pinnacle be yamo
na woka ni say sikasam so
sikasam ne kra de menua tumuda eda fom se boko ukodi be na watwe anase na watwe mienu a de obedi anopa ne awia baby a wobeda ni nyina Pinnacle afa hoka wodi ane plane ticket pe na wobetwa usua de awie nso e san do ko landing tour na eni jesem ne se every September yiko nyina eno ane se Pinnacle se sankrofo ko to mo school so saa nti omo awie SS ene obi a okura diploma opese ko to any degree so ni nyina no Pinnacle ebetimi de nakọ
phone numbers mam na me de me ho kura premi
Pinnacle numbers 079 471 52878 ebiom 079 471 52878 Wabo amrane say let your education be your Pinnacle.
AJN and Co Limited. Wow! Quality accounting and tax services, and now officially recognized as one of the top 200 UK accountants in the 2016 Sunday Times list. Hooray! Come, let's do business and even save you more money. AJN and Co Limited. We are chartered certified accountants and business advisors. One of the finest in the country with quality professional services and excellent customer delivery. Our services include preparation of company and annual accounts, bookkeeping, self-assessment, payroll services, preparation of charity accounts, gift aid claims, tax planning, tax returns, business plans and advice, company registration, preparation of budgets, all kinds of mortgages and remortgaging. And now we are one-stop shop to arrange protection for general insurance, life cover, medical and health insurance, and income protection. We mean business. That is why we are now officially one of the top 200 accountants in the country. Papa Yamaya Bodinya Echese Yaduma Soeni, Entibra, Nenya o tax returns, and Waduma Husikasem Nina amount. Na Yababua Amonia mortgage, Naya insurance in Shishaya Efatawo, Wajuma and Wabusuenina. So big companies, small businesses, charities, sole traders, self-employed, shops and restaurants. Please call Let's Do Business on 0163 447 0495. That's 0163 447 0495 or 0788 307 7742. Our address is AJN and Co Limited, Equitable House, 10 Woolwich New Road, London, SE18 6AB. Visit www.ajnandco.co.uk. Now officially a Sunday Times Top 200 accounting company.
All bomb off. Go be on the share Liverpool. Yes. He took about 3 defenders on the Liverpool from center.
But don't forget that it is part of the team.
Okay.
He's playing in a certain environment. Okay. Onyasa environment or Black Stars.
You are right. Any a certain tactics be on board.
But my chairman, he played like Haaland. A different players on board national team Norway. But they do the more thing. Ultimately, no one saving the country.
And only that Betty Pele kind of.
Yes, and the kind of environment
we don't have that kind of player.
Yes. Because I'm fight Manu.
Master, those players
passes on Bele Cradia man
Yankupo in the Baku Bakuma. Onyanisa. Okay. Nigeria, JJ Kuchomanyebium. You can't. And you're easy, sir. And okay. I'm with the Muslim Baku Baku. And Sana Haaland be not Norway
20 years qualified.
There you go.
I saw him qualify now 5 years. Is it 25 years? For the past 20 years, qualified.
David. Oh, young people in the Baku Bakuma.
The environment now kind of
environment.
Of course, yes. Of course, yes. Because we had that in a sort of fighter for no place, especially France for no. Or Homo say yes, we have him, but so let's fight for him.
Yes.
Utuben said your bomb pushy ball, Ulisi. Pushy ball, Upo, Beshe.
Obasha, but you ain't never.
I don't hear some. I don't hear some.
But Chairman, who is a the way Chinaman so can be Morocco, for instance. Almost some football declining, almost started some year foundation and they on Morocco. Almost under 70 Africa, under 20.
I know not Ben Kofi Baby or Ghana. And I could see say. Charlie, Miaminipa Ubi, Charlie Ango.
Peace 104.3 Pension Fantasy more day.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
Waking you up to what's new, what's hot, what's trending, the headlines, the updates, from sports to health, from current affairs to the conversations that matter. It's the best breakfast show, Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Hot Digital Online. Now on DAB.
Right here, Queen, him 12 minutes on pay. A minute past 9.
It's Dr. Ray on the beat.
Your home was run your sassy and Nadia. Upon Mammy and pronouncing him so. Or did not come up, not to nation me so. Ni don't see, ni chimu I am the dead. Nyansa, how You pour out yourself, your favor, compassion, and strength. I did chena baby, Betty, a benum, your best shine, your back wabo. What do you see a conconti? It's in my end. What my in my end. Yes, what my in my end. The radio, my in my end. I think my
and then Monday morning we kaya nra amachi and England for omutisi krum na just na nye easy England for amachi omni Mexico and kensi no na enye easy England for ni bre papa because nano kwan a Ghana for the omofa so ntino England should be asisi ano enibru super ndinra amachi be 2-3 ko for hono this England for any brave papa say tournament de nyado mbe film because say film a wonto no say no mbombo ne ade no mokwa passion no so enti peso be kwakodi nkuko bia ano munje sa ade ne ntum feel say yebetumi aye enti we are going you say World Cup no England for dia manfo bebre na so kabi enra ball no boy no ekusi se England for we need 3-2 now if senior agrono coin na England for nya amunya penalty baako governor so nya baako na omunya red card wo mu defender baako ye friend no Kwansa Gerald Kwansa na je so Ghana ni ba na ohwe tackle na je se nka kwa no senior ye no na je se nka pra no be pra abrante no enti referee no ko hwe VAR now said the VAR no and no buyer no see a red card no red card no the man. Until I just say England me bought defense kakra it me the continue pressure no. And they did that. The coach did some changes. You the coach no omunya heat break no. And I catch them say munya oh changes be and a form until they defend for the last 15 minutes to the top of the game no. England defend the game no pa because say nkofo no share baako ka ho dia na nka just agro no nka ebejinsem enti nura England for enso any Norway for no eyi Brazil for free mu na eyi obi anwanwa because no obi anim say Brazil there on be share Norway that was the perception and to be ambassador anti football full of uncertainty until the end of the 90th minute no and I will be who say team no e wo bo ho mode anas one more ho mode
yes, mama, it's in my end.
Na Enra Brazil etina ho ama Norway echomo ebomo ekam you know ma Brazil eti emu baako Ellen Haaland esi form ebo brace edema Norway
the news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
And now Mexico, host country Martina ho, ama England at your mo abomo e Camian Sam, and more Matimum, you know, at the seminum, to your tear for him, na anano if you are done so much as Etuja, Switzerland 2, Algeria 0, Sansuna, Australia, and Egypt equity 1-1 penalties, and Egypt a winning 4-1 penalties, or more Eddie Echo Manim, Sanso, and our my friends say Cape Verde film, as we are singing. Will be able to vet for no about so many Argentina. Hey, tournament to wait to now we have to because we are saying Argentina for say when we defending champions at 3-2 and on they qualify over Cape Verde. When we advance Edeko Omenim na Memendano so I bet to just Colombia, Ghana, Kabaku and Timianti, Morocco, Swatch, Canada, Ebomo, Ekamiensa, and no air run of 16 now Canada and Timi anti Paraguay, Homa France, Etrana Kabakuna side game no to Miss Antokwa Pa. And a pie who made a honsem at for and matches no air to us so then at 7 p.m. Portugal bought Spain Sanson na Homache 12-1 a.m. no US of any Belgium Boba yet a honsem no air to yet for him na World Cup matches a to Jano na a brand Jude Bellingham One 80 me brace Edema the 3 Lions of England. One more kunim utumi say qualified the comedy match said yeah. One more common over Mexico. Now Brenton as also man of the match so far 5 matches and England abwemu 3 Jude Bellingham as the man of the match. Bakokra against Ghana Obeka or thank you, Ghanaian player no. A Brenton Agasa and Central Football says they say more qualified common him and Nigerian Abba. Na then I will catch supporters or see the Obeka supporters no. While we're traveling, no side one shot can home. Now for a boss catching and then ultimate merjuma with England for a qualified. Now Yenti and Sama Brenton Jude Bellingham. What they etuda.
Jude Bellingham, congratulations, player of the match. What's your message to England supporters at home and abroad after that?
Have another shot and text your bosses to say you're not coming in tomorrow. That's about it. Have another shot and text your bosses to say you're not coming in tomorrow. That's about it.
We and some Brantia Jude Bellingham one Edia Tuja, the manager Thomas Tuchel after Mexico game on Sunday Central for sharing going on say no creba cope. Referee di omo match ofi Australia. Your friend say Alireza Fagani. Referee no omunye good. Wabon. Was the referees no be di match no ma bon pa. Official team pan you so hu bi da. Na coach the nsem say Eton Central for NM.
Referee is not good enough. Force officials are not good enough.
What did you make of some of the refereeing decisions?
It's just not good enough. Referees are just not good enough. Force officials are just not good enough. That's the bottom line. VAR today, I think three. Is this? Did I see that right? That 3 people at the VAR from South America in a match like this. I think so. I saw this before the match. I might be, but if this is what.
Thomas Tuchel manager the 3 Lions of England or say referee Australia game against Mexico. Alireza Fagani no onye good enough so team this match no. And only and some coach no Eddie Etuja na Ellen Haaland so bo brace as you said there. Womo dia share Brazil for any year pa. Na no na beto just say in football history no Brazil what team face 91 countries. We are seeing na out of 91 at least Brazil as your BR pain. Now only Norway, and the only country of Brazil now boa. Won't me and share no da. One more Asia 5 times. Now Brazil lose 3 and I draw 2 against Norway. And runs almost so Eshomom and only the Abituja. Now Ellen Haaland said, one no answer now Norway for qualify, but not bad 20 years ago, won't qualify my World Cup. The last time by World Cup, no 5 years or 25 years. And you know, my game in the Panem Momono was sharing himself bomb boy chess or with team a very good team. Into team I come anymore World Cup and I say Erling Haaland.
I think the way we play today shows that Norway is a fantastic football team and that we're actually one of the better teams in Europe and in the world because what we've been doing is amazing and it took 28 years. Took some time. I'm 25 years old, so you can't really blame me for that. You can blame me for coming here, but yeah, I mean it's unbelievable, and I'm proud. I'm proud of my country, and I'm proud of everyone.
Where and summer striker Erling Haaland one ready to draft say we born in my Norway no mutimi yi Brazil from Enra 2-1 wo mo e come anim na sa game na kasa se no na beto dwa se Neymar ebe mu ebesi akane bi na Branton chere say we retired from international duty. Say Brazil national team they were jaibo was so bon derby game e my Brazil our MetLife Stadium Enra game no ba so no ho e no born game din kan kra e my national team of Brazil na Enra the same stadium. And was answered the last match at the Brazil, they say national team in the match. I say, we jai on Mobiani and Sama Betoga. Now, and run answer by and now Machi. England game on winning over Mexico. No, former midfielder the Liverpool, Jordan Henderson. Now, we advertising board on the Nike boom Henderson play. Ya Russian Nako Hospital, you see them Penny Fuguso, a treating send a home, a bit to me at home, and only news air by the home seminar, MIT4. Now, Brazil game on Casimiro Ekasai, now well, Tinus, you are Casina no soon. Casimiro and Joe Buzan is oh. Now, one team young qualifiers who are disappointed Brazil for papa. Or Casa when you come Casa, Nayentia Sua, and then Sama Brante Casimiro, what they etuga.
Palavra. O que te fez seguir quando você viu esse cara perdendo?
Me desculpa, cara.
Tudo bem.
É difícil achar palavras nesses momentos, né? Porque sempre é um sonho, né? Quando você começa a jogar, quando você tem sonho de jogar.
Bemensu, Winnie and Sama Casimiro, the two judges or Tinis Yopa, Cristiano Ronaldo, and a Portugal Air Boss Spain, one in Central for Aquasia, and a Central for San and Sarah past generation Abba, and a Portugal compound generation, then or Becca or Sonny, past generation on Peso Becca who was him. Name game or mobile against Spain, who is a very difficult gamer or more airborne and Numbre.
I don't thought about X generations of players. Was amazing to play with them. But now it's a different era, different generation, which is good and it is a challenge and is different as well. I want to speak about semi-final because we have a very, very important game against one of the favorite national team. I will have time to speak if you go through, but it's very tough. I hope that we have an amazing evening. It's 2 o'clock the game, yes, evening. And fingers crossed.
Winning Sama Cristiano Ronaldo CR7. One of the two ahead of a game of money at Spain airball and Numre. Now Brazil, my history be a bad record power world football FIFA World Cup since 2002. Omogieno, Omabwe the first team or my tournament. A bear 6 times now, 1 confederation teams and a Yomufimo 2006. Almost European teams at knockout stage, there be a Yomufimo 2006, France a Yomufimo 2010, or the Netherlands a Yomufimo 2014, Germany Yomufimo knockout stage 2014, Netherlands SA Yomufimo 3rd place playoff now, and after 2018, Belgium a Brazil for me 2022, Croatia. Yomufimo na fe 2026 so Norway Yomufimo 2002 knockout stage the Brazil Asia team from Europe there omuntimi progress and common and on ensema ababetoja afe yemfa yeni enchefie ye bafie so a former sports minister Honorable Edwin Ni Lante Van Der Poel no wakasa was coach friend Carlos Queiroz tactics or when dey nyakura na coach players o mabobo to say cohesion ya jumos masesa also nim genti ajunas ageti one man amo game against Colombia na osanso ama dia Benjamin Asare and postum the NTN sema former sports minister Honorable Edwin Ni Lante Van Der Poel wade ejaye.
There is no way you can change four consistent players in the team in the next match and hope to have the same result. You cannot. You understand? Unless Ajete was injured and could not play, I didn't know why you could substitute Ajete with Lucasen. Because Ajete and the other boy Opoku had played 2-3 times and they built some cohesion, some understanding. Yeah, being coverable. Use that. If you change all of a sudden, so you could see that there were situations where the two of them were clashing. Lucasen and Opoku were clashing. 2, you have changed the keeper. Asare may have developed a language and a sort of form, this thing with them for the 3 matches. As soon as you change, you've totally disturbed the chemistry of the team. This is a new team.
Winnie and some Honorable Edwin Ni Lante Van Der Poel, the 2 jam, on a Omaru Santa, and the D and Comosan so to us was say, only the coach no Yakudro. So Kwakudro Pan call my Jordan you and last pictures was 78 da. Now Onim Dientia Jordan, a Bobo Chessa, Yente Honorable Ni Lante Van Der Poel.
In the match for all that time.
He's a captain.
And so,
Father figure.
And so, God, gracious me. You see, I analyzed the Colombia. I said, look, you have Sanchez and Kumeni or something there. I've watched them in the Turkish league and the Italian league. Under pressure, they break. They start kicking the ball. They start fouling their opponent. Sanchez, from Tottenham, he has been calamitous. He goes on, but when you give them opportunity, they are the best when it comes to moving with the ball, coming with the ball, and stringing in passes through the channels. Sanchez is better at that. But when you put him under pressure, he breaks.
We and someone about Winnie Lante Van Der Poel were there to Ghana. Black Stars of Ghana defender Jerome Opoku. What is the Colombia for Chia Kabakwa Yentimi Anteno? One in Central for Dinkomo. And I say, on you happy. Because the Yentimi defensive side, defense abra. Ya take Krano and Kwashe Wangu was it? A bassa and what the pressure at 2 years old.
No, I don't have much to say, to be honest. You know, we can defend, but if we don't get that one goal to relieve pressure off the defending, then you can't. You know, it's not possible. We done it against England, and you know, you just need that one goal to relieve the pressure. If that don't come, then you're defending, you're suffering. But you know, we needed something. It didn't come.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
Black Stars of Ghana, one Eddie Jede on 702 year for him, and Anope, the Black Princesses of Ghana, Omonsu Eguso, ball qualifies, Ma under 20 World Cup. Now over the weekend, Omoko PM our Senegal, Eko Kote, Omona Senegal, Ekote 1-1 on it, and Sama Abetuga, Yede on 702 year for him, the Black Queens Fonso squad Abetuga. Na Ebre Simonom, the squad no Babe 2 more prepare ahead of a idea to me say Ma Afcon Air Basso au Morocco. Na ene Manual Soccer Link Academy at the Justify Air Basso as answer a scout to Nyamiya Duma Memene Day and a free as on the 11th au Kufudia Esuya Ekopin 15th under 13 to 18 years. Na Obana says scout no who na so pewa na just odo e kwamano nya kusia kana sa we free untres ke bienemum ye fa wie pe and an impenifo e betimi edimu komo o de opese okobo bia na do ba kwa frame 0240732151 ana 0240088802 na fa hu hye bia de hon sem no sorry so ene anopay
nipa no koe no waye na dream
president of the Ghana Football Association no aketo people
say ya deni fra bro by ya muso te retail
ane wayare maame ne yare pa
meka hu bi ne prostitute Victor Salome
wuka hu bi
yes lam ya prostitute
everybody in fear say
entina kwa mi ni za ba pe na za pe na me di be 28 and 25
wanyini na wo hon meka bibia
ka be no credit ni so time I was just on me surprise no opening
mate o de yen twaso ni en twaso o de yen twaso ni en twaso
omo politicians na mra we omo na bedi omo po mi me se mra se ye charge obi a o ndimi ntukwan yeni anom am Roberts ni omo ye stili omo ni passport mbo ndi mra we affect omo omo politicians na be affect them tina me say me ni agise ni me minia lawyer kasai wakasa semra ni mfo professional lawyers ni say ni exchange mra no umita na last one was say ni awon characters ade a and e problematic nyina so for me my na attorney general no chain no dia and they are problematic. Now we have to use the law to fight it because the court high court and my order so to be to fire and funny attorney general adwen no and funny director of BN adwen no court amount quite set to fire what to be to fire the fact is will be call ya wa man say will be for front me ko court amma kwani de what me makwai na bank no so ma wo kana me obo na me man put say the bank in the bit almost said, Mubetime Isika and I said, you could afford the order for be by any motion. And me a lawyer, yes, I did. Men and I'm a lawyer, my ABA, you secure that man, a quite we happen your file the year. Your farmer acquires. And you know that they are making any FGD any effect. Young criminal law. The farmer acquires when you say, quarter mile will be crying, say, would you to cry one comrade and let's to get quarter. Say next week court what to for that because I failed over valid order. That order don't give me the son. You need court I confirm next week and you won't be valid to Musani open and the 48 hours no as so you know. And then the always with the court as parties so 48 hours now detained from Sunday no as so you know. And he's been granted lawful bail by the court into obey. And the new charge being you are the Baba charge.
Say, on the second accused, now, yeah, man, be. Now, teacher, if Methodist woman, you say, them assassin or to the market here. And
I may make us a politician, son of Samra, we be affected. One be affected.
Make you see a man. Wa class wo kohwe no ho yade en wo koye yade ama masai enti wo maaye en amosim wadi nasem e de natum wɔbaa yɛn nso ampa wɔyare ampa ne naase nyinaa taatae
ɛda a saa asɛm no bɛda kɔɔto no meka asɛm bi kyerɛ kɔɔto no ɛwɔ maame no application a ɔde aba no sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ ɔtu kwan no meka asɛm bi kyerɛ kɔɔto no meka kyerɛ kɔɔto no sɛ yareɛ ɛne wɔwuo ɛnimmerɛ me ne me boss mete me boss fie anɔpa ɛna ɔka kyerɛ me sɛ senior lawyer Kwasi Aiden ɛwu the previous day wonim sɛ yɛbɛsie me boss gya nipa da ne yɛdi ne ho nkɔmmɔ no meka sɛ bɛkyerɛ kɔɔto no me boss na ne yɛte wɔn a yɛnyare no anɔpa no yɛ boaboa yɛ ho akɔ kɔɔto no yɛbɛsie ne gya senior Kwasi Aiden owu ma yɛbɛsie no ne yɛnsie Mr. Kwasi Aiden nti obi yare ne ne hu nsɛnsɛm me meka kyɛ kɔɔto sɛ memfama no ntom ɔyare a ɔna de ne ho ɔyare mmara wɔ hɔ but mmara no ma wo kwan sɛ woyare akɔhwɛ wo ho yareɛ ɛfiri sɛ woyɛ suspect yɛkaagye woyɛ suspect yɛdi w'asɛm no ɛbɛtumi aba sɛ wonni fo nti kɔɔto no maa ne kwan no wɔntiiɛ ɛna saa na hana nso so kɔɔto ama ne kwan sɛ ɔnkɔnkɔhwɛ n'apɔmuden ho asɛm nka no ɛno nso wɔntiiɛ attorney general gyina court ɛna wɔse yɛnkyerɛ sɛ yareɛ na wɔyare no wonnya kɛɛ no wɔ Ghana ɔkɔ kɔgye hanan kɔgye medical report bae ɛde bɛkyerɛ court no ɛma attorney general gye to mu court bisa attorney general sɛ biribi ka ho bi a wobɛhia anaa wosi daabi nneɛma a ɔde aba no ɛsɔ ani sɛ court no ma ɔda no court no kyerɛ sɛ saa ɔda wei kora mema bi sɛ nti bisa mekyerɛ me biribi a wobɛhia ka ho na yɛmfa nka ho na wɔnkɔgye mmra ansa deputy attorney general sɛ na meke wosi daabi nneɛma na ɛsie na ayɛ nti yɛma ne kwan no ma no ntu kwan court ama ɔda no pɛɛ no kwame deɛ ɛtɔɔ no dwom no deɛ kita high court judge na deɛ kita judge na ɛnyɛ ade koro na ɔno ne pɛɛ no wɔde twerɛ a ɛnyɛ ade ketewa tumi di akyiri nti wɔde ne pɛɛ atwerɛ ama ne kwan sɛ ɔtumi tu kwan a obia ntumi nsɔpe no agye sɛ court ɛwɔ n'anim anaa court ɛwɔ ɛte sɛ ɔno a anaasɛ ɔno a ne court no nti sɛ court ama ne kwan sɛ ɔntu kwan kɔhwɛ n'apɔmuden a ɔkɔɔ bank wɔn nom kɔyɛ enquiries no nkyerɛ attempt sɛ de attempt deɛ na attempt no momfa evidence ɛkyerɛ sɛ wafele withdrawal form anaasɛ wasign check sɛ wɔde yi sika momfa mmra mɛto abɔnten ne sɛ bia na me client atwa me ntorɔ me client kyerɛ sɛ wɔn ankɔ sɛ wɔn nkɔ yi sika bank ne sɛ Monday ɛnɛ wɔbɛkyerɛ sɛ nea ɔda na yɛde abɛkyerɛ no wɔde bɛyɛ adwuma anaasɛ ɔmfa mɛyɛ adwuma nti ɛnɛ ɛna ɔsɛ ɔkɛ mimi tu kwan Sunday midwe yɛ Thursday mimi tu kwan Sunday nti ɛneɛ meyere bɛba abɛgye ebumayɛ no asɛm esi wɔ bank wɔ nim kwa na ɔpa afrɛ bank no asɛm esi wɔ bank no ni kwa nkɔsi wɔ kɔ yi sika nti politicians sɛ ɔmo mfa power na nkyerɛ te sɛ de ɔmo yɛ nyame ɔmo to ɔmo ase na yɛ ne wɔn a anan yɛ politician sɛ de na ɔpuni nso yɛ politician no saa pɛpɛɛpɛ na yɛ ɔmo nsua nneɛma mfiri ɔmo ankasa ɛnora asɛm mu sei na asɛm ne teɛ nti attorney general ate a wakye no no ɛte sɛ ɔde ba court na ɔbɛkyerɛ mu ɔbɛkyerɛ evidence koraa wɔde akɔ akɔkye no anyɛ saa deɛ a na wɔsɛ yɛde mmara no yɛ adwuma yɛasie no no nti ɛnyɛ sɛ hanan kɔɔ so ɔkɔ akɔyi sika bi a ɔkɔyɛ enquiry sa me na meka kyerɛ no sɛ ɔmfa nkɔ bisa bank ne nhwɛ sɛ wɔde ɔda foforɔ bi afa wɔbrɛ a yɛnnim anaa
sɛ yɛ enquiries kora na ɔkɔyɛ no hɔ
asɛm a ɛsi yɛ me sɛ me na meka kyerɛ ne sɛ wɔnkɔyɛ ɔbaa no ɛne ne ku na ɔmkɔyɛ saa enquiries no na ɔmfa response mmra because ɔda no ankasa no asɛm a high court adenta high court judge aka no sɛ ɔmo withdraw charge no abu ase na attorney general party to that that order na high court ma wa denta or you party to that on finally appeal on a new processes it is the radical bail na ye de ma hanan o mo withdraw charge no exercise court man bail for na yire ye man bail for it is a new dada ni nyina atwam apam dada na ekọ bibia ye wa apam dada ni bi ahwe ase nti de ade esi wo court me kwa me peti if the client no am na kasa no onima de crazy a ye ke no onima de kro nti ye nyina ye petty me my train me petty ni a send you na bo e ba be kan wo ko akre and let's so mo de back court the charge the cross so mo de mo no so mo de ba
Kaso wadi ya wachi yechire mu yie pa eze ndi yesa yechire no a wona wa me yache no na achire ne se onko ye inquiries wan chire so onko no onko yisika
na kwa me court free account a obeye den na wakoto onko akọ yisika kana na educated court ye kamro for what and this was to akọ yisika sira di correct so onko yisika na we kura na nsa wo ba be court na mane we sa charge you want me bank kwa another court that charge we are work what want me bank kwa another court because they are part of the proceedings they issue high court no mo and the court we na so be bona mane you say dear crime be so na be for about the court na mane who be filing motion and now so be money pay and you be bail you because your money pay high court money pay and the bail be na all the money to see what you know case na nkasa efa ne sika se mo no e wo high court into what actually bi o say that sika no wo ma ne bail baby complications that said the melonko lawyer na kan e problematic magina wa mi wu ne yen play power ta case na nkasa wo so obi akwa wie sika 1000 wo dira court 1000 no what is so wo yi 1000 ni bi akwa akoto na marry court ko na also be bona mani this is several court on the point bed now we first to another court no who be change charge who be filing new charge another complication what bra ya man the price won to crime rana next week ya court ya ko satisfy next week
emrade mrao
mi ya ba men kuruma emrade itiri ese it is a kind of no it can left and right so
and they said they agree
court amman the crime no bibie no wa we e be ye this is send a media lawyer the kind we appeal na sa court we kan o ka ho bi ye negotiate wo court dan no o ka ho bi fully and the court no kwa na o check court niam a wo nyia ye tu case ni sheda ma ne ko fa asa ne ma ne bai e da nsu o tre yiri won tre kro ma ye gina mu o bi gina mu ye sa de ne da
ani wa ye efie wo bi wo se wa kura wo se ma chenyi madwene
what was the what you said the video camera groma court has said don't be so what you said you open
Baba court wo
yeah court ama order no so what so what and there's all the back court one have a catch and there's all TV and our money back on into crime say what do you so kwa oma now what do you court
I see
and yes I am running ukita lawful court order wa ma extradition wo kroma uti be extradite no e different from oburiata de no we exercise said the name de no wo ye try a constitution say we can ya uti be try in absentia oh ya system ra wo kro no mu e wo constitution no mu eno ne ye nyina de ye adwuma because eno na nam so ma wo bai if you mra no wa bai wie no say de mra no ko ye adwuma so bi be gane kra na say wo ma de kwan mo koko ukita court order nkwa dia nkwa na wasa de mra foforo akopada ba
asem ni
okwa wasa de mra foforo se ne se na mo ye o ma de se wodwane no mo de mra ekofa ne bae no sa pepepe enti wa bai o hwese ne oni wa mo ye ne fa mra kwan so ada so medical report say throughout ni ya no yare ampa dia se ne na wo ye se ye yi eye mra na di tv ase obo ade wo ni nyanse ro de mra kan ye ho o de 10 commandment kan ye ho ko se ye ho ahomte
kanso ma me na wase na me se nyampa mfa ma wai
me de wase mra ma de kwan so otu kwan a mra ma de kwan the bank wo no se mra ma de kwan so otimi ko ko ye inquiry because order fufuro bi eni ho de eni otimi ko yi sika to mo mfa order fufuro e ho adenta order ni kura ye o mo mfa order fufuro e ho e kese otimi ko yi sika de mra
ya no pe wo ba ko court no no mua
kwa me wo court ada
eso wana
kwa me na say asem ahomete wa ma obi akutu na se ekopie se a obede no wada
ona de mate eri ma me na wase wai
me so me da wase bi ne kwa me nkroma
me da wase lawyer Augustine Obo we criminal lawyer counsel for
waking you up to what's new, what's hot, what's trending, the headlines, the updates, from sports to health, from current affairs to the conversations that matter. It's the Best Breakfast Show, Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Hot Digital Online. Now on DAB.
News, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
He will wipe your tears, restore your strength. Why
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
All right, 33 minutes past the of 9 o'clock on the page. You could OK 11.7 FM, any other affiliate on the page. Na Nina Jna a year re-arrest, and I say former a year NAFCO boss, Ayachino, our airport, Hons and Semnono. Na all borders on criminal law. Inti uwe lawyer go Gaston Obo, one of the lawyers are also defending Hanan our no actually no kafu our court. Na obekaya 79 say courts and so Emma order say Hanan betumi to kwine. Like I said the following week, you know, more court case. Inti like I said the opeso be no betumi ababe ye. In the court, ama order say obetumi to kwine. The other no chen we airport Godfrey Dami, Kane, the former Attorney General and lawyer Emma Hanan, Eddie seminar to Jano say Godfrey Dami, the legal representative for Hanan Abdul Wahab, has revealed plans to file a contempt suit against the Attorney General Deputy Attorney General and the Director of Bureau of the National Investigations, and also accusing them of deliberately breaching a high court order by orchestrating their client's arrests at the Kotoko Accra International Airport. This follows Abdul Wahab arrests at the airport on Sunday, the 5th of July, 2026, a development being tagged as a direct violation of the court directive. In a statement issued on Sunday, July 5th, 2026, Godfrey Dami also dismissed claims made by the Deputy Attorney General that Abdul Wahab attempted to withdraw money from a frozen Republic Bank account before leaving the country. The statement described as false the assertion made by Justice Remsai, that is the Deputy Attorney General, in Facebook posts on 4th of July 2026, in which he sought to justify the airport arrest. The lawyer further also explained that on 29th of June, Justice Achibonga, a Court of Appeal judge sitting as an additional High Court judge in Accra, granted Abdul Wahab permission to travel to the UK on the 4th of July to 12th of July for an appointment with his optician. He also noted that the application was approved after both the prosecution and the defense have presented their submissions, including those of Dr. Justice Remsai, that is the Deputy Attorney General. So Godfrey Dami, who happened to be the former Attorney General, argued that court decision was consistent with established judicial practice, noting that several accused persons, including Dr. Stephen Opuni, Saidu Agungo, Alhaji Collins Dauda, Kessel Atufo Singh, Dr. Kobra Dufour, had previously been granted similar travel permission while standing trial. The legal team also rejected allegations that Abdul Wahab withdrew funds from an account that has been frozen before his departure. We challenge him to produce evidence of a withdrawal of any sum by our client from any of his bank account since the date of the court order, he stated. And the government having maintained that there was no valid freezing of order in force at the time of the incident. And the government want to cite the Attorney General and the Deputy and the National Bureau for contempt by infringing and violating their client the human right for traveling, because the court has granted him that permission, that there's a 2-week development that he can go outside jurisdiction and seek for his optician acquisition. Like I say, he want to come to the UK for a year, his optician. Now optician no ahwe. And the Wahab ayeche no. Godfrey Damisi, similar incident occurred when Upuni and co were standing trial. They were granted permission to leave the country for their necessary medical checkups. They came back and the case continued. So why then his client has been violated at the airport when he was traveling by the court permission? Godfrey Damisi said you will sue them in the competent court of law. And we've listened to in-depth stories of that particular issue. Now, we have not forgotten about the flooding. The flooding has become a bone of contention. 48,000 residents and now say citizens have been left a year redundant. They say one we need to be and I say one a homeless because of the flooding into Enuhunsem and so na correla ni adia bebano yanhwe ya e de yare bebre beba because bebi wo a na wonim senia condition eti na nso ato na ehwi nsuo yi kɔ na de nyama afra na kyese a whole lot of things enti amanfo bebre enti sadia se atonchen de tumi ba, but what to do to prevent the issue. And on na World Bank and so abo finance minister sobo se sikano na yese wo de toa dwumedie na wo ye no so na just say flooding issues no ebe minimize it, but one yet nti no ho nsem enso anopai na meka wo say Unity Link Financial Services Limited, the bano mobile money to all major networks in Ghana, cash pick up to 18 banks and all rural banks in Ghana, airtime top up, Unity Link Financial Services Limited. And pay and so boy chidom. Menka also say a bano say artificial intelligence leading to digital transformation. Pinnacle Amofaba Education and the comic associate and so Ed Jumedian Suku Mabono Oma in collabo I be basunti will be a banker, digital marketing executive, student, SME owners, public service professionals, the media, any oil and gas staff, and as a businessman, and as a businessman. But money also with me contact Pinnacle. Now which we are no few no about program be to acquire this intellectual property. Very, very important. Plus 44794 7152878. Plus 44794 7152878. In the area Pinnacle Amofaba Education. September in Sobeya enrollment. In Tebiana o persel your health care. And as obo degree. But what they are contact Pinnacle Amofaba Education. Not just say wait to mean your degree. Bakumi enubi ewoho. And also AJN and Co Limited, chartered accountant, business advisors, specialists in preparation, annual account, bookkeeping, self-assessment, especially for Uber drivers. And we are AJN and Co Limited on 016344 70495, 016344 70495, and 0788 30777 742. Father, let to phone so a ban of passport in visa, and I said discounted airline ticketer. Nina your fatherly visa travel and tours. Yenuya Francis Finsbury Park. Friend was 0207 6193843 and 079 3965 6111. 079 3965 6111. Tiano your fatherly visa travel and tours worldwide. And pay and so airway chidom. Minka also say hot digital online DAB live into mo contributions no mo ya de nyame nhira mo bebre pa beda mo ase mo a mo boa na station ejina ne nanso no account details na your bank near Santander and Hot Digital Online Limited and the account name no account number is 763-64379 763-64379 and short code no 090128 090128 open shebi obet me afre 079-314-06630 and 079-318-79741 me kai wa no pay to say Step Ahead Foods and so a Ghanaian company a Ghanaian nnuane mo box and kama a package no into a soft golden tropical bread baked fresh rich and irresistible smooth authentic banku perfectly prepared for your home style experience o here fanti dokuno but who say Step Ahead Foods omo brand ne bi boho na say crunch plantain chips any nnuane bi break ka ho Ghanaian nnuane titu we call most of the leading Ghanaian outlets now ubenye bi ato from 074-976-56309 074-976-56309 email admin@stepaheadfoods.uk and a person can also say live in concert kodwentry any Fred Mewe and so Bantuma we free say the maestro kodwentry and so about town na on the 5th of September on a Fred Mewe nti ebeye dwumedie sonko a ebebo so papa nti bombodi answer ubetumi agrabu ticket ubetumi afre 077 288 76027 077 288 76027 ti MCC koku also from point da force and TQ and so bebo nyoma we free ebeye pinson from mre kono na kese Shasia Imbre Aircon just from 6 aircon and I just say Jumediano Ashas Maui free. One large and small room be a Becton into we here Diane plus 44795-639-0380 plus 44795-639-0380. Rhapsody Apartment a bano titu say ope Airbnb uko Ghana. Ohia Rhapsody beboa ama wotumi enya baby enso adwendwe ho bia 1 week bia na 2 weeks bi na Rhapsody Apartment se kai na wobetumi ne omadi nkomo ewo plus 233 5538 30229 plus 233 5538 30229 and plus 44744 5311 265 airport pickup $50 a night. The discounted package that comes at a reduced rate. More Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi and DSTV. The electricity no one over slot 20. Bombardier Shannon so Rhapsody Apartment and pay and so boy to them. E&J Handyman about a carpentry works door fixing, a hanging fixing of kitchen wardrobes and wooden floors. And here E&J Handyman on 074-324-02117 074-324-02117. There no E&J Handyman and no so boy chidom and pay Hot Digital Online UK. Menka also say you be my principal and papa nimpon Mr. Steven Anane Amankwa aka Udukro our film September on the 5th and an yen beba so United Reformed Church Grange Park Road Leighton E10 5EP. The nearest train station here, Leighton Station, Central Line, Leighton Midlands, Suffragette Line, Overground. Na papai enya 73 years. Nti yenuya afrede dua mankwa dodo na afre ne principal. Friend was 079 132 32778. Ana Ma Hilda was 079 432 321 89. Nana Kwame was 079 494 93990. Nti so from 6 p.m. on September 5th, Ebaso Ewo United Reformed Church. Eho ena Jumidie no bebaso na yeja papa echi kwankrakrakra. The Hot Digital anopei ensuso ensem no yebebon tofa na enche bedi nkomo anopei tew na ele na poso na abreti for ensem ni bi wetieti bia fine na titiri no ayɛ sɛm baako a yɛngyae ka na yɛbɛka na brababɔ mu nso etumpɔn na adaa ne de nyinaa no yɛ na yɛka sɛ adansie ho nsɛm no ɛte sɛn yɛmbɔ ne tiw na yɛnkɔ yɛnim hɔde gita ɛna wotie.
The interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
And the 47 minutes past of 9 o'clock and painting who call the media portals, especially the BBC website. All is about England, World Cup at a group stages are Omoko Drew Sisiano, Omoko 1-8 and the Ometrain the Pebble team born especially say Benim Titu Sebia Spain and Portugal. And then you bring also the Bessiano. The England Bessiano. Now England Bessia wine and the next stage. Bessia Norway na England Bessia and Norway for Brazil for 50 a top match, a very top match. Papa. Now England will play Norway in the quarterfinals on the Saturday after they beat Brazil. Norway beat Brazil. Now FIFA World Cup 2026 into the last 8 of the after they beat Mexico at the Azteca Stadium, catching up the full replay highlight. Into all is about England. They did well to eliminate Mexico. Into England for no abrofuna nanda because now they are passionate about the football. And nipan bebre nanda because time ball na humache pa and so nipan bebre na anda. And England for it to me a qualify. Abwebi Archie Joseph. In your bar, and chair the sports number 2 so from 11 to 12. Now, Naja Farage, the leader for reform, Nti Nihun Semba and saying Naja Farage said he has done no wrong after it emerged that he did not declare benefit provided by an ally once convicted of fraud in the US. And the Sunday Times said George Cottrell's support included security and social media staff who work on Farage online content in the year before he was elected. It also claimed that Farage used a property rented by Cottrell near Buckingham Palace. The reform leader responded by insisting that he followed the rules and also claimed he is the victim of an establishment hit job. Liberal Democrat MP George Barindi had also asked the parliamentary standard, the commission, to investigate, telling the BBC that Farage needs to be straightforward with his British people. And Nigel Farage is in the tight corner. Now, in fact, it was a time when Nigel Farage all of a sudden took the political system by storm. And the people thought, say, he's going to be a leader maybe he has a chance to be one more time a prime minister. Now, there were certain allegations that were leveled against Nigel Farage in terms of a £5 million bribery gift that a billionaire gave to the reform as a donor that was not registered. Until he argued that he did not need to declare the gift because he received it before he was elected at the Clacton MP and it was not political. His team also made a similar argument for why in this kind non-cash benefit, allegedly Cottrell were not registered. And Cottrell 32, who admitted a count of wire fraud in the US in 2017, is a long-standing ally of Nigel Farage. He was involved in Farage's former political party UKIP as a volunteer in the run-up to the Brexit referendum. According to the Saturday Times, Cottrell is the cryptocurrency entrepreneur and involved in the offshore gambling website Theta.bet. Farage said, "I have done no wrongdoing, followed the rules, and I'm now considering legal action against the Sunday Times. This establishment will stop at nothing to hurt reform. We want to smash the cozy consensus." When he became the MP, Farage registered the £9.253 million trip to Belgium in 2024, donated by Cottrell. Later added £15.275 million donation from Cottrell for US domestic flight provided in December 2024. And no other support from Cottrell is listed in the register for members of financial interest. And Labour peers, Baroness Herman, said the parliamentary rules are intended to give people the trust and confidence in Parliament and their MPs before questioning Farage language, suggesting that establishment his job was taking place. And Nigel Farage is in hot waters. Now he preparing to file a suit against the Times newspaper for such issues that he has leveled against him as unpardonable crime that he is alleging Nigel Farage has committed, because he has extorted a gift that he did not quantify the gift and also explain why he received that money. Nigel Farage is in hot waters, and pay and so Ensamaba from the major headline news on the BBC website this morning. Now quickly we move on. Now Enche, in a jiffy we will have your conversation, and we'll run up to the time 11 o'clock, and then quickly Obaya will take over the sports. Now what you so anope. More to come this morning. It's hot in the morning all the way, as we know and love anope on your digital platforms, and the DAB Radio Live, and the Facebook, YouTube, and the friends and loved ones, those watching us live anope. We appreciate all of you. We show some kind gesture to all of you, and make sure that we do appreciate more effort for sharing and also being part of us this morning. And about to us na ya bonito na yenya chaskala enti nyumba ko na yentwa gbede sutiu anope hot and awuti
Baby, do me one favor. Baby, listen to what I say. Baby, give me your flavor. Baby, listen to what I say. Cause nobody can make her feel this way. Only you. Oh, baby, yeah. Even if I do you wrong, baby, consider me to be kidding. Take me as your picky. Love with me on and coming on. I'll tell people your story. Yeah. Cause love, they say it goes and comes. It's the way we got it to well. I'll be where you won't make a love you. Yeah. I want us to share love. Together we can make it. I want us to understand. Each other we can go high. I want us to share love. Together we can make it. I want us to understand. Each other we can go high. No say no one be perfect, oh. For sake of you I try my best, oh. Angry man is an angry man. So So if you try to make me sexy, make me happy, give me plenty, plenty. Love the sweet, oh, love the sweetie passy honey. Make I see say, oh, you love the sweet passy honey. Make you set confusion to show the world we are different. We are lovers but still friends. Make one I love cause confusion. I want us to share love. Together we can make it. I want us to understand. Each other we can go high. I want us to share love. Together we can make it. I want us to understand. Each other we can go high.
Time check is about 3 more minutes to the top of the hour. We also engage you live and direct this morning on our social media platform this morning. Those watching us live on Facebook and YouTube, and also the TikTok channel. And okay, we appreciate all of you. Nibuju, you are watching us live this morning. We also appreciate you this morning. And for the friends and loved ones sharing all the information, you can also post something that you believe, say, and also bet my suggestions and answer you to me read your man or pay on the social media platform. More importantly, the TikTok.
Tell people your story. Yeah. Cause love they say.
And then Chebe ko in now to admit in trying to pay Hot Digital Online UK. In the meantime, in between time, issues on board. You need na bro na at to admit. We don't have much more issues on the pay. More importantly, the issue on flooding. And no abay the bone of contention. And they'll talk about news every time. We need to make sure, say, what will be the next line of action to move away from talk only to do something and to uplift the image. What will be the trend? We have to juxtapose the issues. We take it one critical stage to another. But it's also embedded on us to take another introspection. Say, the kind of believe the way we are governing, no, there must be some kind of changes. Say buying be efiswa, buying uba, the ohona be buani pano, na watwasu, so that it will not bring any repercussion on the citizenry. When anybody does wrong, now he have flouted the rules and regulations in regards to the legal fraternity, especially by causing a nuisance in public. And I also say on the Public Order Act, when somebody goes beyond certain limits, the best thing to do is make sure that the person will be held accountable, the person will be taken to court for prosecution, or maybe to sign a bond for misdemeanor charges, because ubi throw dust any irregu in Shuma, it is a serious damage that will have a repercussion one way or the other. Look at what has happened to an entire nation, Ghanaian, and those people. The victims who sometimes maybe we have 1 or 2 people who are the recalcitrant in the system don't want to understand the fact that we need to do certain things to make sure we change our style. And so all well said and done, the back stops on the government to make sure they put things in place, because no more blame game, but we need to make sure that when you have been given the opportunity to govern a country, everything that you are supposed to do, you do it, and then people will appreciate your response and your concern. But when we continue to do a blame game, where you say, it is not going to benefit anybody. In the long run, we will suffer, and that suffer, we are innocent until, say, the person who was supposed to build what is supposed to be given to them, because you made a promise that when you come to power, you are going to do A, B, C, D. So we've given you the mandate to make sure, say, you are going to superintend the people who have given you the mandate. So when you turn around or you make a U-turn to make a complaint about issues, that means that you are not in charge. That is why people have issues with the current government. They need to take introspection to do what it's supposed to do. No talking, no too much talking, no explanation, because you have given you the job. Do it without any fear or favor. That is what people are saying. And it lies in the bosom of the government to make sure you take introspection about repairing all the damages, take control, and charge people who are recalcitrant in the system, who don't want to respect the rules and regulations in the system. So that is all it takes when we are trying to be democratization and I say democracy, no, this is where it takes. And you now to admit in one and pay and check na you move on quickly na Obaya and so Atwaso to bring the sports and pay because Ghana has been eliminated. And kudos to the Black Stars. But in fact, initially when the Black Stars appeared in this World Cup, there were a lot of people who have reservations concerning the backroom staff and the team itself. So we don't look very convincing in sailing through to certain stages, especially when you look at the kind of footballing. This time people are exhibiting in the World Cup. Now, share team to say, Cape Verde, they pulled a surprise. Cape Verde played almost all their games. They lost to the giant and the champions. That is the Argentina side. Now, we had Argentina for na ball no mo bopa na Cape Verde for no mo bona. It tells you, say, when you do your football well, now, I always keep saying it, say, football, no, now it is a purely business. So what you need to do, it is not like somebody's bona fide and you'll be a bona fide property. It is the country. So when an FA boss don't do his work well, you can even ask him to step down. People can also revolt against the FA boss to resign because you are not doing your work well. It happens in so many countries. Until you be a FA boss, you be a president, you be a BBA, and you're bona fide property. It is the country that has given you the opportunity to run the affairs and make sure you do your work diligently. If you are incapable to do your work, then means you step aside and then somebody will take charge. That is what we need to do. That will bring our democracy into forefront. And pay yanko inimna and to admit so enche yebeko line no so yedin command pay na the napos na abete for na Obaya will take charge and bring you the sports tidbit. Na wahwe say Black Stars on body mono ekosi sen ekoyi anase ankoyi nti ano ho nsem no yenti gift gosen say yembo ni tu na yanko inima no pay na yembo ni tu yanko enim na nto agbedo so anope na yembo ni tu na emfa napos imbreti fu anope hold the guitar ena wutie tu ne emai muso anope. All right, inti yanko na inti a first call on the line. Nana mi sa inti.
Savalanta mi chia Ghana for ina. Na omo a justify say the nam tamako. O yare na ne na tata no nti yenye ne dai. Wo kantam tudwa ahye. Ya ma osika se kotuama ya ma memo omo ton ade no. Se ne ombetumi asan gina omo nanso bio. What time is can also o yaro ko hwe ho yare ana puawu o koye one physical na mfanja ana o fa sika na say ye jelu absentia mo justify say o yare na na tata what has it got to do with us we tue sika no sika na so ngon fa nko che ma dwadi for man we tue na say wafa enti yenja no so on physical ni na say Munya sensama moke kana kwa na minjete na mo hye mebufu obi ya wi na se ye jele na o yare ya me de fa mo ban onko tue sika no ai ya ngese ye be consider na untue sika de a ye ntumi enja o ana ko e consider ko bi e bia o ye wi e so mo de ntum afa ye ko ye ne mo no ba
yeah
ye de amam ma wo se hwe man so a. And you have to be serious to say, oh, yes, papa. You see, I am a madam for Kwesian Semeneka or Ghana. Or catch him said, am I a raw for now? The artistic room pie, a typhoid. Typhoid, a CS chroma, a general papa, who will be anyway typhoid. Galam say, no plus, is so way Afrano. Yariam Kwan, tears in the kidney diseases. Your president or man or Yashi, na me percent, me bisa say. In Shebe na YSA disaster way a to rent a medicine. A dime ben a way to district assemblies in a while, met to Medenko for Akugum. senior for ometumi ne nkofo akotum for now ansa na ometumi arekoba ni nyina no empanifo na ti o man no nya nhihye bia enipa over yes 45,000 any baby da and omaya stranded yes we were president war or minum and am from ko sagrame state sika na yedisi sagrame dan no it is adan gu on as enipa ni baby da dia mo mpin o ko gu sagrame enko tena ho ko penta mo betumi arekoba because ye first state sika nsi dan ne ngu nwura mu ne nipa so any baby da na me bisa president mama said after this no e dia na wo sun free mu because kwasi broni ko fa so a otu fiase say or educating crofo see em fe wura ntwa bontin including schools what top pay so they call every house with there the BSC in Montenso wasa for so emra senia yem fa wura ntwa bontin si dan insisi basabasa na district assembly no omo adwuma ne santi a yesisi adan sisi nwura mti yensi da no omo ehu na me no me catch a president say the time have come says say ordinance to Ghana and Sassin so or he bia shouldn't sell as I see biom because already no National House of Chief no mutuomoka dada mutuomato salary so mutuomoka into him for no more once I said do no obi amfa ne de emrane for monto salary so nanya asem na aka say ntumi control so ye do to salary so forever and ever into ye Jesus na ye G na ye mama na G ye because in the economy yet me run your mind, sir. Obi yes in the business, women and so aqua funny because in Sapa, one year. But the mama made me say, my disappointed in him second time or buy. More to a back, I'm a peck and a battle to Sassoon to and Quasiaba.
Yeah, that's about in your bar, ain't you? Yeah, those in my voice in Imbra, ain't you? I'm so ain't you.
Let us near Conya, dear man. Now, a better board, dear, not to send what you do call and what I do, but now start to with you, man. I mean, I can't, Hona, what you in your book, or mom, or mom, baby, now, or more father training. We were there no crazy, and met it almost him. And I no pensions in the chair, my over ready eating, and I keep to your mammy or buy ya. And that's him, my nana. Dickness, my senator, my feeling, catch it. And Emma, me mata, Emma, me to attend to your train, and Emma means some me. And my may see us upon your child, and mom by radio. It's a Valentine, who said that may a sliding you see, me mechanic. Matome bo asieti ma ya mampa nyine nyoma okoto ya no ne ade ade nyina. Nenne mi bedina identify ma me ba ye ne se. Na ya akonedu o si papa bi obo papa bi din se wa frɛ no 4 times 4 years ni o se ne na ye programs no ne ade ade na chese ye wonim die fo wo man ni mu sei ne nioma bi se ye mfa nhye wo mu nsa no mu deal with date na chese de bia ye de bia ye kwa ahuhihim expert yi din so ti ye krom ho na de ekoso yi koso ye wu enti yesre wo me yamam panyini in first time je ni abri no first time yes a case yes ye you ne time is no kwan so ye just ya na time ya na o mo compare MPP 4 to NDC 4 oba ya beti nim die no mo ni bi e chese meka e chese me Valentine na na kufa do betena so ya anti ensu yiri bi asem eno mo radio yi so na nsem krofo betrechre o madwene me mintantie radio o ha na matie bi na YouTube yi so o ha na makotie bi na according to o manu asem o mo kense na na kufu ado time no o ma ye to odo river mu o de niam toto akwan ena ikra waka se ayi friend se bango ayi ye World Bank fo aka che o mo se sika na nka eso ko mo de adwuma atofo na tena so where baga me come yanti ya tiken ko mo yencheni na di omo ye na ha de na tetin ko fo ye wu ni do do se na ye hu omo wo mo de enkitikiti bia beto dwa no ye tre wo mo enso na to to de na so ne ma mpani o fa ne o memu akwem no mo di no megu akwem anya ni se nka Ghana fo ye ni abri ye hu
okay
edu me bia Mr. Valentine ya na ye mpopo mo bobo sia ko bie nyuma na ye ka wo je so mi so o manu master Omanu masem. Ah, just almost dinner so didi na ne ku bisu sami dem fidie na katwia de na abeyo. Na katwia ne no masem. Into onsem no. Na kese ana Attorney General nso. Attorney General Mr. Valentine oba ya ka ne ho asem ni din kura ya na me de sa atinguru o sa atingo sa.
Akuntinga.
Aha, ni din na de pa na ene ne ho na mo nse.
Okay.
Wo adwuma ya de ahyɛ wo nsa. Wobi ya kokot ye bibia tutu akwanye ti nipa no betumi atukwa intimidation say na ya na me bufu na ya na botre bia me busa say ti Ghana ne yenya enkofo a chese ye tetu ye diwa bra obeka watama wo.
Okay.
Ya di ni ma tutu akwam nipa ni tukwan hwe man tumi ama nipa na ntukwan enti ata ayi gofre wada me ne ya adwene pa won si Attorney General no no o madwuma o mo ye nyina e koye se PNDC tam na wo mo di ayi kukukukukuku beku kata ye nyoma e hu ni faso.
Okay.
Yesre wo mo ma ni munyo na ja se nipa betumi atukwan yetumi se de adisi ye die akwantu obi eni we da ho ma yesi ye betumi die ni e ma betukwan e wo man Ghana mo mo mutumu kro mo ho kire wo mo ne ye so ye se ko biye ah Mr. Valentine ya
me ka mama se wan so dia no makusie ntio ne enko Kofi Francis one ntio.
Good morning.
Morning.
Na ho ye there.
No ye pa mo so e.
Ah bibi abako. You anopa the church food na. Me say your biggest problem are your war Ghana say you react to normal. You're not proactive.
Okay.
Okay? Then I'm saying something I can. You know you send it here. Obi any one person you want to you can't say be ya government is true. O so ya you better about it you know. It you know all China ya want to what it dey no na ethic on that no guy. No one move on. Flat is something I can. Me say ayi Boston boys guy. Okay, so beto. Na bia ye ko say ade abanjo beto ye ntitiga tamo ye yeto obi afi. Esi to ye no afa ni area te na ba ni kurewe no. Ye betimi adwene bibi ansa na esi. Valentine last is about preventing new man tendency. New man is ti wo yase. The encouragement new man na beto our personality. Ese solution no pa ansa na abesi. I don't like they call football so. They say you're a country of mediocrity. I grow away and so. You're need to draw near celebrate. You're maybe see that. Valentine. They decide on say, are we okay? And I call you could diagram. Overdraw. Overdraw, why happy? Valentine. Your football na bonko. Yeah? The example be. You my friend of Brenda Asante. Huh?
Yeah, Brandon or Coventry.
Only or Coventry. Only the day you or the only the day you only your friends say. Are you by your friends say? Jordan,
yeah.
Any fatal woman you almost same league. Right that extra 20 goals a season based on your friends performance. Jordan or about 6-7 goals whole season. Into your business, then Jordan started ahead of Brendan based on form. Yeah, possible, sir. And I make us say, I grow away and this. Make some example of you. Farmer, you qualify, and I bet you just said, I can boys be a night before some more Ghana or Martin somebody. Oh, na Ghana phone, sorry. I'm a daughter and the tilt and tie with class. Sorry, because the team is okay. We don't need nobody. Self is the. Yes, you'll be a annual combat. I mean, with a quick example. Yeah, Africans, them say, you will believe me, say, yeah, no baby, a cocaine, yeah, but you be dinkum. Valentine become the actor. What is that? Can the crowd will you want to go matter? One or mobile, nobody will you want match. What is that? Draw, yeah. Draw. We can't be so happy, sir. Welcome back for my you're so happy that
sometimes no a group stage, not teams now no born. You can never underestimate them. That is why people do that suggestion. Yes, and easy. Marcus, you see that way when easy. We all nyama ya okwa ube hu send agronity. Teams be off to say Uruguay say oba olusu baako na okufi. No bodro mi no lusu baako.
Okufi. One of the you be about the back. We dey be
oba na one na.
Medicine quickly. Now, all captain Mr. Boys and friend from abroad to the Rebel Bobono. Morocco, one more first 11, one more Bobo, and they were born at Morocco. But because he said that Papa will come in anything that they do well, no, into the later the American football fight them.
Go France into you.
Van.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Van. We are America, we are France, Paraguay. Referee Uzbekistan, the man should be sent to prison. He's a useless referee. Officiating was as on pep blacks of them. Look at the match. Okay.
Also, why are they?
I said, useless. You choose France for they deserve about 3 red cards.
And the long run, no coffee. Don't worry yourself. And the long run, coffee. France for still on.
Yeah, but the football was not nice. The way the officiating went was not nice.
Okay.
Quickly, let me jump from there. But and I saw Jordan. What? Look, Ghana. Are we blind? Jordan is no good player. Captain Ban never penti answered it. Let me go to the third place. My issue. Only Ghana. Only I said Professor Atubigasi. Ghana was feasible for coup, right? Or come on, lecture.
Yeah.
Nana Kubu at the time, nothing was said about it, right? And I mean, I think that the country is in chaos. This Ghana is in chaos. We don't have leader, We don't have leader. How does a leader work? Look, I live in the UK here, right? Democracy work. But mark my word. Nigel Farage, the political obituary, but within the next 6 months, we will say, by election. We say, almost so corruption, so Ghana, I bet my year, no, the corruption, I pandemic. Oman suspending calling for by election. Because on the OUSU, the parliamentary privilege, and what the Giska for.
Nigel Farage.
Nigel Farage.
Yeah. See, then also a court. Okosiu son, times.
Okosiu. Our problem. The problem. Listen. New investigation. So let me go. Akroma and Ghana there. We are corrupt. Minister. You can't do that here. The law works. Ghana, the law don't work.
Okay.
Ghana, the law don't work. There is no law that works in Ghana because Ghana, once people worship their political party, and yes, here, so now Ghana, they are all mouthpiece of a government that will serve their interest, give them money. They're not fighting for average Ghanaians.
Okay.
If we are fighting for average Ghanaians, we go on air. Look at Professor Sakwano, Dr. Kabila. Kabila, even though CPP or Kasa or Petro or Kasama Ghana on Kasama, no, that is what we want. We don't want government that will come and then they will even suspend our democracy in Ghana because who raise the issue of parliament? Agbangbagbe, any majority than what they saying. Oh, that's that guy. What they saying? Mama Yarga. My stumbling block was they won't give the opposition chances to do any follow-up. Yeah, the BB about no much work,
Okay.
They've got the numbers. They do anything. And a Ghana who say no, the economy, chrono. There's no future about Ghana. There's no future in Ghana.
Okay.
Ghana NDC, Mikoko Skaway. Almost about 2 years. Mikoko Skaway. Nini comes on there and just shit.
Oh yeah. Stop that. Don't do that. Francis, dear no. Kwame Peka yenti una enko ba ya.
Yo, conforme da se me akonya. Chia edicam for nana misa ne omo chini abeka se na ebo mu na base communicators. Na me na obaya no so wo machi chia no. To all communicators omo ba ni na ebo mu na base. Ni edicam last football match no. It was expected your modern mono, in fact, maybe a person, and the politics, and Casano, a DDBPM, Mama, a DDBPI, politics, and I'll be near 2 minutes, so now he's not shying away from it. It will share prayer selection crana. From what we are hearing, Nini now was influenced by a friend saying, John Mama, meaning Kufua or Modedano. Ocean Kufua, Yadi Omo, Ifri Ghana, Ekoya supporters. In fact, they had NDC platform. They were very selective, NDC, known NDC. And Tianyang was saying, who said that Bomo. A friend saying, Sakuma would Kuphobia or more NDC for, including Kokubon Sam Hong Kong. But these were people or more NDC for, or more a year than if she or more maybe no merely taxpayers' money, and yet the FNDs and Yama would say, I also. And it was expected nearby, and the field of play and so on, who said, not in same crime. Unya, a friend saying, or captain, or no championship. Championship in the crowd, I don't know, say, when people as a regular French player. I don't see that. It's sanity, but dear Coson, and no, I don't know. Yeah, Koya, no, Senia, will be bringing a can of flood, a whole someone in Tanzania, I also at the Bomahama. In fact, or you'll be a Sabrin, this is not the time I can say a collective friend is saying we should all come together. Coming together for what? Who is paid with our taxpayers' money? To pay, to think, to bring policies down. Now, we cry, according to World Bank report, senior Naini Obama, Miss Ewa, Mebo Abaso, or Bobosi. So, we will be able to miracles of Waji. The Yamias is all in the cry channel. So, he was also affected by this flood. Now, share a year World Bank, what they are describing, what is happening, I said the work done so far, unsatisfactory. Sikana yes in ho e wo ho ato forsen and say sadly sikana shan sa Valentine said we are sensitive to the plight of Omanfoa. Ensure better ensure in the season to probably be in Friaba into ya hoboa ya ho sisi and then tina said the again cashier Ekufuado and Dr. Baumia Tisono young who sami and my feet and time be a episode it means nipa almost abri victims over 32, almost 40 people. And the numbers are still rising. I am who sabre a bang on who could cool or the said the cry, I then ashen. And allow me to say a surprise at John Mama. And that is understatement. John Mama, you should have known him. Or you'll be, in fact, from opposition, or one home the tag of incompetence. It's all with him. Until the BBC now, we are surprised, and now who cry in one wakakra. In fact, nothing better or positive is expected from this man. Because who are the SCC or Manfua Shiro Monqua, Abetem Sabri? You who anything be a planning be a baya, yes, emergency furniture evacuation, say, you pakra be a Valentine, you do a Mobeko Kugu. So, what miracles are Wadia? 350, no? Up to date, the number of people who are affected, no, Unimano, and this is a dear saying why you say will be an Wakano, a him put our director is on call, no Aqua give relief. Bring none on ye. Okay. Not yet, Baba. Now, no Friday, Kwame, a friend is agreement with Netikuapai. For heaven's sake, if you have any good advisor, give it to that incompetent person now, or who as president. He's doing nothing. Until Obama be true tantrum, and your Kwame, the target is not Kwame. It's Jomama who has been voted to do the right thing. If you watch when she answered Bia, we never know and the Yabana Yakana, a Suman and Yaoya. Sami also can be going to.
All right, why aren't you, Sunyanko?
Good morning, Eva.
Morning.
Yo, you're the California, you mamma, Umadikan. Kofi Francis, Kwame Ne, Nanenisa, Minister Fred, Ne, Uncle Joe Lee. Obrempon Yamakwaba, Ofasike, Yatokoso, Emma speed recovery, Nana Lutin, Ibi an hour to climb, Mete won't catch it. Yen ya member Munyana, man of a funyana, Makama boom bam, Yamintin and Munchlemo, said the Nana Cani de Biano. Yame mammo brain ya quadra. Me say, a Jumam ye, a Maya Swa, ebekɔ ye ma ne ye nananom so because we eye ofrɛ sɛdeɛ nyame frɛ asɔfo nananom so frɛ abosomfoɔ no yeso yɛ deɛ ne yɛ ofrɛ wa wotimi so obi wa wɔyɛ willing paa so ɔbɛfa telephone afrɛ wɔsi ye mekɔka biribi na metia me namfo no bebre wɔ ɔba pagya afon wɔyɛ ti wudina ne yɛdom ne yɛsoro sɛ bi a wobɛti ɛyɛ frɛ wonni akoko duru a wontimi mma especially ma deɛ yɛde awalie bɛdi yatam yɛde yɛma bɛdi yatam yɛde school ayanko bɛdi yatam yɛde yɛfie nsɛm bɛdi yatam enti sɛ nyɛ nyame na frɛ wo a wɔbɛm bɛbu wobɛgya yɛato hɔ akɔ ɛnso ɛyɛ frɛ nti yɛgyina yɛ naa so da biaa mfie bɛbrɛ aduonini ɛne yɛne redue ɛde nhwibɔmu tiɛmaa sɛdeɛ nana ka ne da biaa no nyame nhyira mo paa Eva, media support and appeal no. Brother, actually, I don't know me chiawo. I don't know what say pa council no. Me pa choma from me nya kamede o fa se de ma. And na yenya be me bi Eva last 2 weeks Friday. Wo be kam fanti pa be boy abaso pa kasai pa. No so pa council details no ba me nkai ni dini no. Was he a kasa no bukra? That was the first time I was calling in. It's no Palago, I Palago. Me and Kai didn't know. I'm not too sure about. And she, then you have my ever when the mobile had him who's the kind of me to cream what you say. Into no, you're sure when him say what the barbers or French, may hand over my management. And or they say. Uncle Joe, wa mami 50 pounds. Ebona baso. And na yanya former communication director na nansa ne yere. Yani ma otane Van Dyke ne ye program. TikTok de ono pa ni producer wo ho pa. I was sending a link no man crofo pa. Yani ma ekuma ono so ama me 100 pounds. Anope ya. Enti mumo ne yo. Deɛ misusu yɛ no nyankopɔn adaroma eduru hɔ kra atla enti no yɛsle mo me gye kakra aka no double chairman me tia wo ɔma bapa wo na wopɛ communication director me nte wo nka ɛna chairman Frank me bobo mu din bi community sem PP for deɛ yɛ de yɛ ntam sika bia am family yɛn yɛn ho ne yɛde ne ntaku ne nsimpoa ne yɛde so a ɛba no me yɛde boa dwumadie bia yɛdie enti mamu mreme kra na ne yiem na ye nyina ye hwehwe se radio no begina ne nanso da bia ne yatimi aka ye krom nsem ekrom a wo gina wo mu nanso edurubra bi kra mpo no va engula ne gu krom ha ye se enkura ya le tisi krom ha na nya asem ketwa enso wo mu do mu na mu si fam no you landing bridge cry you see drew baby ni echa ni peti gum like chile mla eti no yesu ye ka ebeye yie eti mama mla ye obi wo ha me dem abema bu Ghana nya yi ekrom ha wo mu call west enso mu gina wo mu na so enene ye gane abeto wo mu no eti mama ma ye give up ye give up ye beyele ye ho aye ne beye yie eva anope kakra me kan se mi football ne de on say na me pepa na me catch us kotokofo na team akoma entino mama dwena ani akire bebre Uncle Joe na me dwere no ho nde na koma wo mu yi pa na me eba se ye nyina ya ka ye ho abom kɔbɔbɔ na wo ma wadwene mu ye ha te se wo ba besia bi te se na ye adwantoa se Joma ma ho lack nti ye wene mi na ya ye boy ye nyina so ye wene ba kopɛ se de na wo ka no ye timi Marcus u kan ye timi ne England abodro nti ya wene world cup no celebration mo hwe nim go ase amode aba na nti si ye koye national eniema say na de be ye politics oba besia won nwene bibia politics ensuo yiri fa nipa no na wo bo se John Mahmenti ye timi ne England for abodro we nyansa be ne wum ye koka mo se me nka MPP ni ne ka asase mo yanka mo beka o ma no atum na de na ya akwa adu kan ma me se wa beka ye no John Kisi oye former secretary ekromu ha adwuma ne professional work power ni abrofo a president Akufo-Addo kofa no koto eniema saa ano eniti na saa nsunyili kankan yi
And a decolla ne diarrhea, va a pimful pa in your diarrhea. Me can't say more, my sister back home. I am she a bet Thomas so free last Friday, no. A pimful a nest new. Nanken yet. A pimful in your diarrhea pa, woman fin woman chab woman night. Va, I am she when you have a bet Thomas so from last Thursday, no. Me night.
Okay.
Fin our recover. A fee pane a fear and swan a toy, no. At tears in knine. And then what they say central western and as if one. I pim for no, and ask him, Papa, your mom pay my chrono. Namudi be what the buyer politics say. Plain as some one Mr. Mahamano, sending young coupon the first year, 2014. But some check and a pilot in Nyansanti or Colandi here, we won't come. What the year campaign? School and school feeding. Free education, 419. What's that the school feeding? Oh, Mama must come a matter of crantier or giant, then cheer. You heard teachers, Namama Cototonema, Nagiani and Colani, the Numifia Clamaya and the Crampono, Papa Sino, what the year, Fladen, what the year, Cocoa farmers, what the year, you for job, Wokaya 133, and she one cranny who 2 near who 3. Yes, me patch me the best sanitation. What the year? Oh, me buy ya me beguno, a home fast war, and Wajian Guasi out to pray muma bye no. What the northern region fights, what the year politics, what the football, politics, say Kufa the bar lock cranty intimacy. What when him Guasi out to war? What the train roads, politics, what the roads here politics, what the LGBTQ plus. What the year politics, and then where Daniel through home, what the Galam say year politics, what the electricity year politics, what the water year politics, what the Adanda 111 year politics, what the Japadia, Bibian, which me chatro at the year politics, what they and Suyilling in our the year politics, teachers and nurses allowances, automatic posting. What chat, now we are, what's the Nipa Mare Wuno, one high flight. Now team VM and the war ministers now appointing woman. Woman ya jine papa biya farm wire this year wono wuni woman team na Dr. Bawomiasa Wellington boot and our Sanders na matechem any this year swan ye nipa da ketenis me yaswa beka say Dr. Bawomia ya hwehwe animu na COVID time no Mr. Mahama abai Jessica ya de man krofo wo fie no na Mr. Mahama so ashe marks as opposition leader. No, so the group will change, and it what's a table space? And it must know, and it is more who know, and him Guasia across for
Mamma, ain't you who's the uncle?
Yo, I was a Ghana. Come and come Ghana. Pagan Ghana, as a cafe, Mamma wonder. One sir, na Ghana no. Nimpa kakra bi trabe kakra bi and dos kakra bi wa hijack Ghana. You mam come assemble. And that now I'm struggling because Maminti na Pentecost no sure too much for me. Oh boy, you but Ghana, Mammy Edwin free Matthew 23. I saw for magician once do. Mopata before not trouble gas no. Wakaya, no ya trouble gas.
No, you didn't be no.
No ya trouble gas. I won't pay cake. Back and then cake.
No,
why, no, so.
Me too,
Our trouble gas was changed to Ghana gas.
Okay.
Then we can see that the enzymes are trying to cover it. Why was so common books in Dinara? That means enzymes was trying to cover it. But I can't say every Ghanaian to Google for exam. No read. Ghana or the Tampa before. Now, my simple American, or by ya, what take a time in what my mean to be. But more than no one booming because Mexican and Becassa. Me tone on your matter. Me, I want in her. So, the platform. No bomizin and tomato je can sama. No kwa Ghana is Ghana. Obeku kana.
Mama jana so wa unia.
Yes.
And into politics na moye into
but me things there what na Accra for 6 months.
What na fa?
Accra.
Well on the minim chondi chido na maka.
Because me can alado. Me can anida me bemba can da alad. Say now nensu my car the father by my car the gotem. What can you impede the move no way we are in the Ghana communities or you're there and so you try, you help ourselves. Like Americans, they say, look, think what you can do for America, not what America can do for
on the what to Amawa, abandon what to Amawa, Jumo day and a na and so she a buane na but I want ya. I mean, I'm about now. That means
the whole Abana.
Only the what to Abama.
Every community should help.
You help, but what I'm saying is that you have been given the mandate. It is our main directives. Now I'm why and answer am wawa. How can we voluntarily go and help? Because our matter away. You are a taxpayer. You send this company.
Them go to Kasan for my time, and I can't point a number from no ya one and I'm ho. My pamper will lose their life. Now, my husband was a brilliant man.
Okay.
No, yeah, assistant to Bawumia, ne papa, doctor.
Okay.
Ne papa. And to make sure that baby had a cocoa rose in an uncle, you know, began a baby. But the same way to know while I don't know. Miss Yasakama, the same thing the ho. And I'm a kind. The man Casamu who matter for this coming to cover the gap and you go to. That's a cover go to Calabatuma. In America for what's there, the community should help her. Now I have 2 countries, America, England, and Ghana. My community, so they are very anxious to do their best. That's how I do. What I still. Casino da ma carry the member nsina atme nyimpa de ma meka na ma bro abaya no kurana do ya do aba no ba system akroba na no na nso anye 8 no ntuma ma na so ba ko digital ntina mo won
yeah
na me bakasa na bia ebinim so wa ba ye bi because me ho got as man cover ntonya sam kakraba
yati
na se bet na bu pomizin
mama to e memo bufu ai
na ba ti se ma roba
me onjo roba
yes we are the same
mama sister you have gone mama you have gone past that stage. Your husband was a lawyer. You should understand democracy and principles. When somebody says something, now say what the person has said, was saying, you know, it's against what you have said. Now you can make a disclaimer. You can use a disclaimer and say them na mekan them na pede mechire. But there be my warning, no. You know warning.
I good there. Is kind of
men follow by ya. Ono more no. Say mpe bibia na ka bi a kire no. But men ka there. E ma warning. My matter. Don't do that. You are above that. Men hear them. You know that I agree anyone and won't di. Nti baby anenya botel. Agwa David yenti oni enko.
Yo, Mr. Valentine.
Yes.
That's maybe so. It don't matter. Yes, or rubber inche bed. Me chap papa. Yo, me chebu shafuni na kwame kam. Kwabi obate me chap papa. Lee, if we leave me chap papa. Fred Kofi official Kofi Francis. Nana Misa, Nana Lutin. Mr. Bay, I don't catch Italian man. Mam say, well, mammy, we chop up also, and Mr. Tufo be able to be a cram chow. Mammy, if it's upon mammy, as I do. Nana, Dickness, me, offer and Mamma Kenny, I chamina, of a dear one or phone. Now you're for and I'm able to be a chow. Nakwame, and then Oblimpong, Chamina. Mr. Buza said, you were mamma. Play no cotremo, or what Musa or her ɛso no a obɛhuru sɛ ampa nsuo yira na sɛ
a sightseeing you could now who form to who the air coso
now ɛdeɛ machine is the name as a telescope bed is the name and now the issue
and if you are a monitor from home.
Radija Gobo. I'm saying, Ron Star, no same video. It's really bad. Ron is 119 student. According to 4 Ekobon Omomo Eyin Kofo no Kobo Wabaso. Ira Baumia, also Naniano, Oyibi. Until Opeso said, until Ofro Sona Koshayan, and the play no army sifom. Let me see from. Now, if you are saying, Edipa said the second year opa, Trump was at ye Emma a refrain. Obeyanko for Obabe defend ya Enkusiaga. Enkusiaga. Edre Obaje Edimpire Slahunya de. Obajepa. Bibia cry and chum ever say. Kofo me woo. Not what you son them. Say, because Yanko Passy. Oko Yanko Passy say, Yanko Pame is you not to an answer. And dear bear pa now buy a wire and dear Oko Yanko Passy. Ora no because they were trying in here 32 a minute. I didn't talk with Yanko Passy. I said, a dear great with Yanko Passy. Dear pa, and he pay woo to Oman Penny to intimate and so penny. Now, woman in Kofu and soon, you see a near Sufu soon, and yes, therefore say. One penny. Yen ran mamma tinker, men can't and can't fool, they can't obey tinkering. So on some of my did Boko, and in Chinam, and Aputunsu, a Bakuyai. Eda da mamma trouble. Some of whom Moye. Some of Moye. Ni, oh, ma, Emma Miss, ewo radio so. Me kromo pa ye capital pa na asem si atoye oba be defend jojo ma je si a ne edisi aban eso le ketia na me te se okasa na me twi mu se eye MPP person na no kan no se so bia edeya na wokan dia o se ahochira ne o hawo eda o ma no so teno o so sa suje ni ba ko yeku se suje ni ka so yeku ya obi abetu edilachi Mr. Mo record for no. I am for dating down. Now, you date na you say a bill say no worker. Say they are no worker says be a MPP person no work and there. Then so sabi will be a what you would be a who say MPP person and your crowd is a they do. And your crowd na kola school free. School fees so Miami you me answer and naya. A chair say or we need lotto.
Okay.
A chair say or we lotto. Enti MPP me bon abasubati bon koso a na obi a oye Ghana ni bia a onye Togo ni onye Burkina ni na onye Avoria ni no na so onye be ofi Benin no sa go fori nyina be wo sa MPP die oso achi abo bi enu ba o me da so oba ya me chop pa wai
okay era so ya kwade video so die no nana enti o.
Hello, good morning, Valentine.
Yes. Morning.
Yeah, Anna Pay, good morning. Anna Pay Michao ni wabisa for that's our family. Michao Masakwa David Okasa Kosisia. Kwame Pekam ne Kwame Munya Kwana Kwame Mumichopia sisters. Namiko Sunsham. About time Kasama Fufunyam so. Indeed, you've been a blessing to millions of children. See, in your craft, when I'm casaye, ma on my penny, a David Dankra, a singing singing, or buy ye, or Betsy sanitation ministry. I'm a 7 years now, bim, no Corilla or Ghana, mo Namukasaye, I'm Uncle. And when I'm Casa, you ain't cry, and they say, see 2 days back.
2 days pe muma yen show muma yen hwenipa ye fu be fra Ghana obia nipa ayafete ye fa ni se wo amano nipo na watu dan mupo na wudu ki kwa abrochi kra ana wetu watu dem na wudu ki wuti abrochi na wetu kwa na bi keka obe kono nkofo ne ma say yo eka businesses ya rie owu cars ni nyama set so be affected. And Saturday ni say no me obi a me friend or the car or your friend mechanic say if ye ni ya man ye twitwuma ye it was affect say ala Jose la pass on nya ya affect kofa ya affected say na no oba kan oba ya mean go so enhira mo MPP form mo dwen adwen pa ama on sign etimi bagana na no pay me see Ghana for MPP for no policies no programs sa di aba begu Ghana nya mo yi free na mo hwe ne ebeka mo yi ambulance no kra Mercedes Benz ambulance na mo benya atutu abobolance se ye twinton chan abobolance se sagrahi abobolance ene na mo benya ene in control one and normal package gu ho na mo benya iti mo there is policies near programs for yen fa ya no embobo so na mo hwe ne mo benya na Ghana for se mo wo breakthrough mu how ato mu abrebese aka mu ehia mu ekuafo anyo musika na bom dia hwom ho yare na omti ana om dia hwom amode abobra na omti mu be bi omdwim mo hwe ne ase aba beka na eho na nkwafo kotu there shall be showers of blessing in bimo en kendifo binom ni mpenifo binom amam ho so wavy flag a chefita time say omo nya sober reflection about na ekoso no omo sa etundum Ghana for make catch am say afiya Mwanka yenya aso ye benya your opportunity na yeso ya to the showers of blessing and chekra
okay
na of anything mami mata say den mo bimbo boni din ya politics politics dindin o dindin ono bon krofo din da last week we ambo mi din by twice kra ofi ha no sa di kwa another program ko ko sa ko bo mi din wo ye sa ma mi mate mi si sa ma mi mate oko Van Dyke program so eko bo mi dua o twa tro bo mi dua na no nim say natural no try ni say a case with that because will not happen and happen natural no try ni ntino obo no ankasa no hu dua na mbedua ne na wo twa aso to 1,000 generation in dua na wo to me ko twa to nkofo so ebobon nkofo din na Van Dyke tie ni din ma obebo politics are all count so people be man submit no to me bo bi dua no onu so tie ni din that time me did ono Van Dyke me din ho che next time say me nya ni ira na ni nua na ni sister na ni bibi ni tin wa ndwe hu say so stopping mama from saying what she did next time me kasa on kasa ni mba ni nyiri ne mba na wo ne busom nya me kasa me bom nya dua since some ye politics ye
stop on
wo catch Van Dyke say
okay no say wa ma na hu so waka the next time no the next time no
because my friend was too much on it. Some program it's not allowed and it's not acceptable.
Yeah, we agree. That is why I don't want you. That's why I don't want you to go ahead. That is why
no. The millions are share a sports nim training crop it's just come now more than of snap for some put me the snap any fully stock we need a World Cup a trophy no then higher again yenye serious so to kasa won to me your politics I remember me center program ni so na mbeki ka say wo kasa me say me nim say won to me ye mining so what ma na me say wo ye lie me so wo ye lie because president na obi 20,000 acres and na me catch on say wo ye lie about it obi anim say won to me on okotu gold on mining gold me then na make atro next time wo to me bubo dia radio so after so obi abodi
na na that's it Mama tanche ma catch up. We say ba mama obufu na program no. Yen no bia no ho nto no. Oboso for enti ori enko.
Yo, that's Valentine. I mean, share with you for so. Na Mr. Oboade na no Mishira John Dramani Mahamani here vice president. In him say when he's swadi hunu any on die so akoma pa omo man Ghana no. And na no me Oboade adaroma enti ebebem amagana fan into my boyfriend. Na jidisani ministers no so omo be ti akoma pa be djuma aboa no na ebigani ye. Na Valentine was on board. One say flooding, even in Ivory Coast, the neighboring country, and other countries in the West Africa also, they experience similar flooding. I think so we are aware. It's on the news.
So what is the inference? What is the inference?
Yeah, the inference is that when some section of the nation and as a population, let me specifically say the MPP people who are blaming John Mahama say, Onunti, Onubidi Mampiniti Nakofa, Sa flood in Nabano. It doesn't, make sense. It doesn't hold water. Okay. It's an act of God. Okay. And also blaming him for, flying over the chopper to access. Nami Kakra Kuti say, Dr. Bawumia, so far, no, Wako rounds, has he come out with any report and recommendations to the government? And this is what you would expect someone who genuinely wants to demonstrate, say, he's empathizing with victims and the nation and hoping, say, progressively, we don't go through this kind of flooding situation. You would have expected by now.
The president was voted into power. You have the machinery to invite people who have the technology. So when the vice president is going to do the needful, you expect the vice president to bring us solutions. He said the government should come, we all have to come together. So the vice president call him. And then they sit down, they talk. But you have not called the person, you want the person to call you, Mama, come. What are you talking about?
Come together.
I mean, he has said that. You are in government. You see, sometimes I understand your frustration. You are in government.
I'm not frustrated.
No.
I'm
not saying that because the way you are pontificating the opposition leader, he has every qualms. Because in John Mahama's era, he did the same thing. He also
we spoke about this last week, but
so,
I'm saying, sir,
so let
us
be fair. That's why
Valentine,
that's why you people sometimes don't understand my program. I just want tranquility and equity to be shared, so that would ya and run. So be ye be chewa. Utias enough you wait to one among. Man yet is be ye because you did the same thing. Somebody is doing the same thing to you. How can me being the person sitting here hold the fort? That's the 40.
Valentine, the moment I mentioned Bawumia and opposition, you come in, and I don't even get to express my opinion.
But I'm telling you that you did the same thing in power.
I'm telling you, sir, constructively.
Be fair to what we are doing. Don't act as if you say, I'm stupid and I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm saying that,
Valentine, are you disagreeing with me?
You know how our politics is all about. The person was in opposition.
Don't we want to progress? Don't we want to progress as a nation?
Say that. But when you come and you just jump in.
If you listen carefully to my submissions, I always make them use of the word progressive.
Sometimes I don't get your point. You make some argument. I say, the point is
Valentine.
You're per progress. You're per progress.
You're per progress. Exactly.
When was the politics?
But I'm saying that you've listened to people. You listen to experts on the media, individuals who are even bringing up ideas how the city can be designed.
So that's what I'm saying.
And I'm saying that if he says he's the leader of an opposition party who has taken upon himself
to
invite
the opposition leader,
and he's not able to give any recommendation,
don't you find that? For crying out loud. The government should invite the opposition leader. That's what I'm saying.
The president is not mandated to invite the opposition leader.
So what do you want the opposition
leader to do that?
Exactly,
that's what I'm telling you. Exactly. Now you're asking me a good question.
You cannot.
Now you're asking me a good question.
Let me tell you. Nobody can inspire you to come and distort my program. I'm telling you today.
Who is inspiring me?
Yes.
Volunteer, you can decide not to pick me
when
on the
you want to be recalcitrant on the program, I am here.
No, you can decide not to pick me when I call. And I can decide to stay away from this program. But the fact that when I come and make my submission, and
your submission is not well taken. Hello, one of us, you cannot come and destroy the program. When you are you are probating and reprobating. Ideas are one ebefa. Ideas are one ebefa. Asembe na ujina okekano. Hello, we ain't you Ankora, you know about him.
Hello, Van.
Yeah.
Good morning.
One I can say.
Junior dear, well, Junior.
Oh, yeah. Tell me,
Yeah, that Roman. Yeah, I was for about the be on my head.
Now, some of you can then, what is there? As I'm no position leader, now full say, your no, on 5 years in Bram, say, buy no friendly panel. Now, friend, I will say, on, no, yeah. As a man, okay, we are more politics, this and answer whom team no obedience and any team. What kind of this thing is that? Also, let me warn you, and let me tell you, you cannot come to the program and come and destroy the program. As if somebody is behind you to come and destroy the program. Kevin Taylor is sitting in America using abusive words. Did you be at him? Have you made mention of what he's doing is not right? Because Okasa in favor of somebody. Have you heard me sitting here insulting somebody before? I have every right to ask you questions because it doesn't make any evaluation. Or your position. But
he don't
listen. Valentine obey. Now obey your tiho and not American who did attend them. I respect everybody. I respect you for because you came here and you taught us we knowledge of winning Yawoka. Nanda now possibly be on contra on show. Politics here anything. Roma Yana will be watching now no class or do be cocotten. As I am going in a job for no nature.
I dare back Mamma Missa. No, or my comment. On a minute, no, she said. And Kenyans are sitting in our bank financial proposal. I am for 2 payrolls. I'm saying, no, dear. What in your name? I gave up to call Ghana recently. Assume Miko Kumasi from airport about to maybe a Muntaka, a senior estate. Me say, fund me who know maybe assume pan will be filo or CKFC AC petrol station. And what diabetes?
Yeah.
Oh, some woman, my permit in the movement as I buy. Yes, that's my opinion. I say, my permit, a jelly bean, no movement. And so, how could baby sit down the crowd to move and now Nipana will see a dancing sugar. Nanida home. And to be busy, now I'm when you are brain so. I am very bad. It's one idea. My permit in as a call anyway. Until the person makes it.
That's a family name for now. Until 2 minutes in point, time national.
Yo, Valentine, my Mincha, Mincha, Madame Ellen, and you know I have a castle now. And run program one. I hear me near Van Principal. Oh, by I may be everywhere at them. Everywhere in the band will be the atrox a year in Sirina Ban, a year gold for oil, 18 hours and Syria. And no by every south 2015, near Enyama is Syrian. Gold for oil, never hold one. And when well, not the use on a pay ever kick and somewhere who here channel any your facet, none of the or cocoa, Bandako. Well, radio now was so long. And yes, sir, will be Eddie near when you ever visit to be radio so. My catch all said. So over customer and self attack. Chedia, the boy, John Muhammad, who had the boy, because he had the boy, who people who say a boy, but the boy, young farmer, we are working. 18 self-tuno, Patu trim, Ubaba kick and send me a wound in a galam say, I cost me a dean, somehow boy, and then won't to me no whole no more. Woman is soon a year for some boy for Anna. Won't to me no whole no, and a woman is soon a year for some boy for Anna. Nobody won't to me can watch it. Common Penia will take on your soul. Baby, I'll be the idea. And Yama or Yamaka second quantity. Now, if I'm a gun, I'm with the upper question. Want to meet the NPM Makuma could take 2 chef from because of to me. And you need you know my pain from Famodia, and you need Sabi Abuno from Famodia. Baby, I'm one for Mutrato.
Okay.
What are my eye at him? Then you know, you're quite any capital city. And so now you want me. You see, come on, just as you cannot fire the sort in yard. Now, after forcing, it is kind of cautious, baby. Milikoya and inflation at the cost to me. Look at this. Now, we have a Nagajan that the economics is resilient, the economics on his feet. Would it be behind the politics and then one around other two? And the black staff will lose, what can I say? What can I say? I give a coupa can a boom, and the Mukojino on the politics. Yeah, for the young thing yet. Young thing yet. Your boy, a friendly prince who saw for Montreal, where you or see. GFF for the Kachan says, Ombemana will be there. And an appearance fee 100,000 a woman, Omberman 70, Omber 71 man church. But somebody gives me, oh, this and you know, no way, no. And you know, we get to Kubanti, who John Mocassette, Tomahama, who be the blaster in so much. Look at this. Now, John Moka can yama with me.
Okay.
Who Tomahama, what a chopper, my own now, so hard and for 40 times when you were winning at the end of the way.
Okay.
I went to phone, but when you see from no call and when he has any idea. Who don't have a national time one I said era and can we see from call. I can who don't have me, you have a 12 bar and I feel like you have a 12 bar and can we see from call.
Okay.
Oh, and the Yakano, one of more just said, who said, you have to be for your home compare because money, I'm no more dear. I idea back to because and you may be a mobile piano, a pasca. Be people pay a pia and could you a memo to say any one if you saw you who will be almost for. But you one cut a more money to some mechanical crap. One more crop will be only idea to work as a hair. If you use the one from Cosem Pipi, a mobile community, you from Cosem Pipi, as the council net at home. And not Frankie could go now, Saturday, no. Any miracle is good anymore. It's not nice.
That's it.
We have to do politics that will bring us forward.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
Download our Android app from the Google Play Store and our iOS app from the App Store. Enjoy the best music, news, and